It's one of those days that what's in the air? Because I woke up today congested, and I've been sneezing sporadically throughout the day, yet I feel fine.
Dude, I don't know what's in the air. I have no clue. It's a little gloomy again today, or at least it was when I got in here.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's in the air. But whatever it is, dude, you got a problem with it.
I do have a big problem with it. I know I'm not alone. A lot of people are dealing with it. I assume it's just allergies because, again, I feel fine.
I hope it's allergies. I got to sit across from you for the next few hours.
Yeah, you don't care.
I'm a pretty healthy dude, you know?
Well, see, and I think I generally am. As many vitamins as I take every day, you know, I don't know.
Well, you take vitamins, huh?
I do.
What kind of vitamins?
I don't know.
I mean, are they just like regular, like Centrum or, one a day or something like that?
I have no idea. My wife sets them out for me every day, and I just, if they're there, I chew on them. I eat them. I take them.
That's hilarious because I got a little routine in the morning, right?
Uh-huh.
I take these greens. You mix the green stuff in this water, and you drink it every day.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I do that.
Yeah.
It it is what it is. It keeps you regular, that's for sure. But it's also
everybody wants to know that Joe's regular.
It's greens, right? And I do the little beets thing, the little chewy gummy beets.
I don't know. I know. I don't know. There's like 3 or 4 or 5 of them. Your vitamin C, you're this, you're that. And I like the gummy vitamins. And then I do a shake in the morning. So,
okay, all right.
We'll see, right?
Yeah, it's good for you, I guess. At least that's what they tell me.
Well, they tell you. Yeah, well, that's it.
Yeah, I also do the little fruits and veggies thing.
What little fruits and veggies?
It's fruits and vegetables in capsules.
You get your fruits and vegetables in a capsule?
Well, dude, I don't eat them. I mean, when you're eating, burgers and fries, I guess there's vegetables on that.
Well, sure. There's vegetable oil.
There is that too. Yeah.
You
can't be too careful.
Well, that's it, because I do take a lot of vitamins. Oh, I have.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't know what I'm taking.
So your wife could literally give you anything. I mean, she could give you anything, and you'd take it.
I would.
Boy, I would. That's a good marriage. That's trust.
Well, it's all about trust.
Of course it is.
Are you saying that if your wife said, "I bought this for you, take this," would you tell her no?
I would take it. Sure.
Would you read the bottle?
No.
No. I mean,
I guess, but if all of us cheese balls are.
If I had to go to the store to pick out what I take, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Well, there's a whole vitamin aisle.
Well, that's it. And I'm sure there's the and I do the gummy vitamin. Most of them are gummies because there's 2 of these and 2 of those, and then this big orange one that I'm assuming is vitamin C, and then there's something else for your zinc and your this and your that, and I started taking vitamins on a regular basis after my last eye surgery that didn't work out. So
okay.
So I don't know.
It's good routine to get into.
Well, sure.
I think your wife's a nurse, so if she thinks it's a good idea,
well, that's it. I mean,
then I'm all in.
But when she sets out all the stuff in the morning, I just make sure I don't take hers. Because her pile of pills have things for 50-year-old women that I don't need to take. You know what I mean? So I don't need that.
Well, I don't know. You might get a deal on Bud Light.
No, it's not about that, but I also don't want a third nipple or anything like that. So you just kind of go with it. It's part of it. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You could also watch James Pledger live on YouTube.
Sure can.
You would like. He's apparently the only one on the screen right now. But if you want to see James Pledger doing whatever it is James Pledger does on the other side of the glass, he's available to you live there at the YouTube page. Hey, there's Joe. There's Jason. How
What's
about
up,
that?
y'all?
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. We're we're on YouTube Live too.
Yeah, we are.
We would like for you to subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. So we bribe you.
Yeah, I mean, that's the American way, isn't it?
We have, well, you know, in our business, just kind of going behind the curtain, you want to be available where people are at, right? So, you know, you can stream us at espnsa.com. You can ask Alexa or Siri or whatever her name is, whichever one you have, you know, this app, that app. I mean, you know, you know, we're available everywhere that you could do that. Although apparently we're not going to go back to the Facebook, right? So
no, it's YouTube. That's where it's at.
YouTube,
yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So don't look for us on Facebook because apparently we're not doing that. But we do want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Very easy to do.
It is very easy to do. Ryan Eagle did it 12 minutes ago.
I did it. And if I can do it, anybody can do it.
It's really not that complicated.
No.
And there's a lot of things coming down the road, I'm told, that will incorporate the YouTube page. So we want you to get used to going there. So go subscribe to the YouTube page. San Antonio Sports Star, just Google it. I believe there's a link at espnsa.com. You could do that as well. So what we're going to do today, we've got VIP tickets to Taste of the Northside.
Wow.
VIP tickets.
You say you're going to bribe
Taste
people
of the Northside.
That's a pretty good bribe.
That's not bad. Now, granted, every ticket for Taste of the Northside this year is away with general admission tickets, right? So they're all VIP tickets. What are these? $650 worth of tickets that we've got?
I think so.
That's what it
for
is.
A pair of them, yeah.
So what you need to do, if you want to win VIP tickets for Taste of the Northside,
everybody wants to win.
Subscribe. Go to the YouTube page. Subscribe to San Antonio Sports Star. Screenshot that, and then tweet us a picture of the screenshot that you have subscribed to at Joe Reinagel 210, at Jason Minix, at SA Sports Star.
If you want to add any, compliments, stuff like that, that certainly doesn't hurt.
The bribery part?
Yeah, that doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, like this is the greatest show on planet Earth.
Yep, that would help.
Joe and Jason, you guys are unbelievable.
Yep.
Anything like that would always help sweeten the pot a little bit.
Absolutely. I mean, sucking up is not going to hurt you here.
Sucking up is a good thing.
A little bit of work is required for tickets that are about $650.
Yes.
Subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Screenshot and then tweet that to us at Joe Reinagel 210, at Jason Minix, at SA Sports Star. Probably be good for you if you guys were following all three on Twitter.
That doesn't help either.
No,
or hurt.
Yeah, doesn't hurt. Yeah,
doesn't hurt. Yes.
I'm not making it a requirement, but it probably is. Yeah, let's make that a requirement. We're making it up as we go anyway.
Well, of course.
Yes.
Dude, they're great tickets.
Now, to give you an idea, because I know Taste of the Northside is coming up on Tuesday. If you want to go and you don't win the tickets, we're still going to save you money. Use promo code ESPN at checkout, and you'll save $100 per ticket.
Wow.
That's a hell of a savings.
Hell of a deal.
So if you buy a pair of tickets, that's $200 off.
That's a hell of a deal.
Yeah.
I mean, look, but it's all you can eat, all you can drink. You get there. It's like an all-inclusive resort. You buy the tickets.
Beautiful there.
You get there. You don't have to pay for anything once you're there. And this is not cheap stuff. It's all the best restaurants in town. Bring out their best stuff. And it really is a lot of fun. Adam has already gone on Twitter and screenshotted.
All right. Let me
SA Sports Stars YouTube page. Now, Pledge, are you going to keep track of these guys?
Yeah, Pledge doesn't know that yet, but he's in charge. Yeah, Pledge will, see, that way you can't be mad at Joe and you can't be mad at me. But Adam has the right idea. Does it show that he is subscribed? That's what I'm looking for.
Now I'm looking at Timothy on YouTube, and he says he doesn't have Twitter. That's okay, right? I mean, just
then how does he tweet us that he's actually done it?
Well, I can see that he's on YouTube.
How do you not have Twitter?
But you don't know if. Wow, I don't know.
I mean, see, there's always that one guy, and you don't want somebody to feel left out.
I don't, and I already feel bad. Eloy, our good buddy that works at that certain airline.
Yeah, he subscribed. He subscribed. Aaron has just started following. So see, and he is subscribed. See,
I like how this works.
This is
y'all.
working. This is
Yeah.
good. Go to the page, subscribe. If you don't have Twitter and you subscribe to the YouTube page, use a pigeon or whatever it takes to let James Pledger know that you have subscribed.
We want to get everybody involved.
We want to get everybody involved. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to do Instagram. I don't want to do Facebook because, I mean, you know, it's complicated. I mean, Pledge still runs his MySpace page, so maybe you can reach him over there. So you shoot him an email on his AOL account. It's possible, right? We'll be able to figure it out one way or another.
You've got mail.
That's what it boils down to, right?
Right. There's a lot of people listening now going, the hell was he saying? What is that?
Yeah, well, that's it. You poor kids. Although I never did have a MySpace page.
No?
I never did.
Well, not MySpace, but remember when the internet first happened?
Sure.
It was like, what was that called?
AIM. AOL.
AOL.
Dial-up.
Right, AOL.
Yes.
Dong, ding, dong, ding,
I know
ding,
people that still have an AOL email account.
Really?
I do.
All right. Hey, if it works for them, that's great. Those were the good old days because it was like a new toy.
Sure.
You have no idea.
Kind of like the. Sure.
Kind of like what?
I was going to say the YouTube page, but that's not a new toy.
No, it's not.
It's just a new toy for us here to really. It's a toy that we've had for a while. And we got it for Christmas a couple years ago, and we've decided now we're going to use it.
I love it, and I appreciate everybody that's already done this, and we'll continue to do this throughout the show.
Absolutely,
and then give away those schwanky tickets.
Subscribe and tweet us photos, and you could be in the running to win at Taste of the North Side at tickets. We got some breaking news to start the show. Yeah, Tiger Woods, he had surgery on his foot. You know, he had to pull out of the Masters. He wasn't doing well. Surgery, they said, was successful. He's going to start the rehab process. But Tiger Woods has foot surgery to treat his post-traumatic arthritis situation from a prior injury, which I'm going to assume goes back to the car wreck. But, you know, you think about the Masters and how much he was struggling. And they said at the time, little plantar fasciitis. Maybe it was a little bit more than that because he had surgery today. So, yeah, long road to recovery for Tiger Woods.
Well, I hope he gets back. I really do. It's always good to see Tiger out on the course and still playing well. I mean, the fact that, look, two Masters in a row, he made the cut.
Yeah.
And I wasn't stupid enough to bet against him this time.
No, definitely not. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Draymond being Draymond got himself suspended. Suspension came down late last night. We'll dive into it as we continue here on the Blitz. But first, let me tell you about Noble Gold Investments, noblegoldinvestments.com. You know, gold and other precious metals, they stand the test of time and can help you diversify your portfolio. And gold is the most stable asset outside of any government control. Physical assets like gold and silver have weathered countless financial storms throughout history. You know about some of the banks and what's happened there recently. At Noble Gold Investments, they'll help protect your financial future by offering a secure and convenient way to invest in physical precious metals, rare coins, or a gold and silver IRA. Gold, silver, and other precious metals always protect against market fluctuations. And at noblegoldinvestments.com, you can learn how investing in precious metals help guard against inflation, hedge against the dollar, and so much more. Go to noblegoldinvestments.com. Use promo code STAR and get a free 5-ounce America the Beautiful coin with each gold or silver IRA if you qualify. Noblegoldinvestments.com is the website. noblegoldinvestments.com.
It's R&R in the morning, tomorrow at 6.
Tomorrow on R&R in the morning, we continue our NBA playoff breakdowns.
RJ Ochoa stops by at 8:30 as we look forward to the draft. It won't be any fun till you get there. The party starts at 6.
R&R in the morning, tomorrow at 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, injuries do happen, and when they do, you can skip ER and get to an Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday, they have on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing. They have everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to an Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. You can learn more online at tsaog.com.
Guys, stop what you're doing. Give me a few seconds of your time and let me give you a piece of advice that will change your love life forever. Have you noticed you've been losing a little pep in your step? Has your lady friend asked you, is everything okay? Do you find yourself having trouble rising for the occasion? Do you stress out before that special moment and wonder, is it gonna work? Guys, I'm going to let you in on a big secret. You don't ever have to worry again. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula has you covered. Mojo is the 100% guaranteed male enhancement formula that guarantees lasting success, if you know what I mean. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula is safe, natural, and effective every single time, guaranteed. Mojo is available in a fast-acting spray and a quick-action capsule. Do yourself and her a favor and call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today. They'll get you set up for success. Call 210-494-2210. That number again is 210-494-2210. Mojo Male Enhancement, only available at Pure Line Nutrition.
San Antonio is charging ahead, bucking the competition, grabbing opportunity by the. Be relentless. This is your team. Experience more football. Experience XFL. Your San Antonio Brahmas close out the regular season against the DC Defenders at the Alamo Dome, Saturday, April 22nd at 2 p.m. Tickets on sale now. Visit xfl.com/tickets.
Garage clutter got you down? Garageization will help improve that mood. Cabinets, shelving, workbenches, overhead racks, slat wall. They even do floors. Oh my! GarageOrganizationSanAntonio.com for more info. GarageOrganizationSanAntonio.com.
Smoker's Paradise is having a huge 420 sale, Thursday, April 20th only. Receive 25% off your entire purchase, excluding tobacco products, and the first 50 customers get a free goodie bag with purchase. Visit smokersparadise.com and drop by all day, all locations, Thursday for their 420 sale.
It's Spring Black Friday at the Home Depot, and we have laundry appliances that just fit. Fit your space, fit your needs, and fit your budget. Like a new Samsung laundry set with large capacity, so you spend less time doing laundry. And with Sensor Dry technology to automatically optimize time and temperature, you'll spend less energy on it too. Save up to $600 on this Samsung laundry set in-store and online during Spring Black Friday at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Hey guys, this is Keenan Thompson. I have a problem with you. Yes, you. None of y'all told me that AutoTrader has millions of new and used cars that I can shop from home. I thought we were friends. I put smiles on your face. But I'm not smiling. No one told me that with AutoTrader, a dealer can deliver cars to my home or that I could shop by price on AutoTrader. No one. Consider this friendship that you just learned we had officially over. Finally, it's easy. AutoTrader.
San Antonio Sports Star is proud partners of the Davies Entertainment Viva La Brawl, coming to the Techport Arena May 5th. And here is your chance to win your way into the action. Join the Blitz live this Friday at Slackers Thousand Oaks from 3 to 7. Meet and greet with the headliners, the Castaneda brothers, Kendo and Jairo Castaneda, and your chance at free tickets to the upcoming Viva La Brawl on Cinco de Mayo. That's this Friday at Slackers Thousand Oaks, or buy your tickets before they sell out at daviesentertainment.com.
Tomorrow on R&R in the morning, RJ Ochoa stops by at 8:30 for his regular Cowboy talk. The NBA continues. Can Golden State do it without Draymond? We'll talk about it. Now back to the Blitz. Jason and Joe just a couple of days away from the golf tourney. How's your backs?
Back's fine today.
My back's great. How's your back, Rob? That's the question.
Today versus Monday is going to be two different answers.
I'm just worried about after 9 holes.
9?
I hope he makes it through the front 9.
He's at Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. The Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star, giving away Taste of the North Side tickets. Seems easy enough. All you have to do is like and subscribe to our YouTube page. Find it at YouTube, San Antonio Sports Star, and then tweet us confirmation that you've done that at Joe Reinagel 210, at Jason Minix, at SA Sports Star. Now, I realize not everybody does the Twitter thing. At Bulldogs72 with I believe that is the Georgia Bulldogs mascot. Hello, Jason. Just subscribe, but I'm the old guy who doesn't know how to tweet or understand all this fancy app crap. Either way, love you guys and the show. See, you tweeted at me. You didn't include Joe or the station or the photo, but you know enough about the fancy app crap Twitter there, Bulldog72. You can do that.
He can do it. He can figure it. Look, if I can figure it out, anybody can figure it out. And it's very easy.
Wayne at TX Buddy 24 says, I'm not great with Twitter, but you guys are great. I've been in San Antonio for a few years now and have enjoyed listening to y'all. Blitz as the top spot for me.
Well,
but again,
thank you.
No screenshot. And
well, I got
Joe
a screenshot.
Reinagel 210 isn't in on that.
Well,
one.
see, but I got to say it was K-Best, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he tweeted me without you
and
a screenshot.
All right, so I'm the add-on.
You are the add-on. That's
the hell,
true.
K-Best.
Okay.
I'm the add-on, but he didn't include the station. So he needs another side on there to qualify. See, because I know how James Pledger is going to be later when he's trying to pick a winner.
But the station's not on it.
Dude, you know how we do this.
I hear you.
You open up the app, you scroll where it stops, you got a winner.
Or not.
Well,
now we got to tag I Am Pledger?
No.
I mean, if I'm picking the winner, I would like to be subscribed to.
You are at SA Sports Star. See, it says right there underneath your box on the YouTube screen.
I'm helping the station. I'm taking one for the team here.
Well, I didn't know Pledge was actually picking the winner. I thought he was just keeping track of everybody.
Oh, you want to pick the winner?
Well, sure.
Okay.
It's on you. It's all you. You said it.
Yeah, I'll pick the winner. Somebody's going to love me a lot, and then a lot of people aren't.
That's why we let Pledge pick the winners. That's kind of how it works. You know, sometimes you're loved, sometimes you're not. That's what Draymond Green's got to be feeling right now.
Does anybody love Draymond?
Well, Draymond.
He does. You're right.
You think about Draymond Green. Draymond being Draymond is why he is suspended. And you think about it was late last night. What, 10:30, 11 o'clock our time when the NBA put out the tweet that he's been suspended, which tells me they talked about it all day long. There wasn't a unanimous decision. And then you get Joe Dumars saying, yeah, his history, his antics, that's why he got suspended.
Well, and look, I thought he was going to get suspended, but then toward the end of our show yesterday, Sham Charania said that he was hearing that he probably wouldn't get suspended. And then it was, you're right, late last night that and I looked at that and I went, why? Whoa, I didn't think that was going to happen.
See, I didn't think he was going to get suspended. One, it's the playoffs, it's physical basketball. It was an altercation between two players. The ankle was grabbed. I think on the surface, what they did was fine. And that's what I said yesterday. I didn't think isolated anybody else. There's no suspension there.
Now, I've looked at the video again. Was he grabbing his ankle or was he protecting his head?
He was grabbing his ankle.
He was protecting his head.
He was grabbing his ankle.
Look.
He was grabbing his ankle.
Joe Dumars is exactly right. Because of his reputation, his resume, if you will, that's why he got suspended. I mean, look, the guy's got to stop. I mean, and it was not only that. And I've heard from R&R in the morning, Jimenez and Spence, everybody, you could have made it a 2-game suspension for the antics after he was thrown out of the game.
Yeah, that didn't help.
I mean, you know, look, at some point in time, guys like Draymond Green have to understand that it's not all about them, and they're part of a team. Their team is going to be desperately hurt in a game that they need to win, game 3, because he acted like a jackass.
When it comes down to it, excessive and over-the-top actions, conduct detrimental, and a repeat offender, that's what separates this, where you end up with a suspension. And you know for the NBA, there had to have been a lot of arguments in their discipline office when they were trying to decide suspension or no suspension. Because with that suspension, you've effectively cost the Golden State Warriors a chance at winning this playoff series. I mean, they're down 0-2, and now you lose one of their best players, one
best
of their
defensive players for sure,
one of their key guys. And like you said, lucky it was only one game.
Yeah.
And remember, Draymond has been suspended in the playoffs before, and a lot of people, a lot of Warriors fans will blame Draymond for that suspension and costing them a title. This is the first round. We have no idea if this is going to cost Golden State a title, but it could effectively cost their season.
Well, it could. I mean, and again, that game 3 is very important. Not a must-win, but it is very important.
It's a must-win.
It's very important.
It's
game.
Damn near a must-win. Is that what you're trying to say?
Damn near.
Damn
but
near.
Not quite.
Not quite, but damn near.
Not quite. But
damn near.
The fact that he only cares about himself. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Draymond loves Draymond, and he if I'm his teammate, that's the way I feel today. It's like you don't give a damn about any of us. All you care about is who you can irritate, what it is about you. And, and let me just say something while I'm on a rant.
Here we go.
About Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
Coming out and saying, well, he didn't see it or whatever he said. Steve Kerr needs to put a foot right up Draymond's behind and act like a head coach and do something about this guy.
When you look at players like Draymond Green, the good and the bad, right? You got to let them be them. You go back to a Dennis Rodman. I mean, you go back, think about, and obviously not in any kind of negative way. It didn't cost him, but you look at a player like Manu. Early on, Pop was trying to reel him in, and then he was like, dude, I just got to let you go be you. And I think Steve Kerr has allowed Draymond to go be Draymond, and you take the good and you take the bad when you have a Draymond Green on your team. This is part of the bad. But when he is good, he is good. He is a big reason why this has been a successful run for the Golden State Warriors. But this could also be the second time his actions have ended their season in not a champagne party.
I agree with what you're saying. The NBA is all about its players.
Yep.
I mean, it is. More than any other professional sport, the NBA is all about the players. But at some point in time, when one player is costing a team the way Draymond Green is costing a team, then I think it's up to the coach. I think it's up to management to put a leash on this guy and rein him in a little bit and say, look, if you don't want to play here, if you're going to cost us, then go play somewhere else. And I have a feeling that that's going to happen after this season, no matter what happens with the Golden State Warriors.
Going to be interesting.
Guy needs to. He needs a lot of things. He and Russell Westbrook need to go find a therapist together.
Mm-hmm. Could you imagine that dynamic? On YouTube, Anthony Barber comments, Draymond will never get the benefit of the doubt in these situations.
He shouldn't get the benefit of the doubt.
He has cost himself that opportunity.
Because of his resume. And then his antics after just added a cherry on top.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. You look at the games last night, Boston 2-0 series lead now on Atlanta. No surprise there. Cavs come back. Impressive win yesterday over the Knicks, 107-90. And then Phoenix, boy, they needed that win last night.
Big win.
Yeah, that series now tied 1-1.
Well, it was a big win, and they did it in a dominating fashion. And so I think they sent the Clippers a message. However, you can do that in a 7-game series because they'll go back and forth, going back to LA now, but still, they needed that win for sure.
Yeah, 3 games on the schedule tonight, a game that you can listen to here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star beginning at 6 o'clock. Lakers and Grizzlies game 2. You also have the Heat and Bucks tonight. Minnesota and Denver is the game you'll fall asleep to.
Yeah, that Denver Minnesota game is our series is most likely over. Denver got to walk through that. There's some interesting ones though. That Miami Milwaukee series is tough. The fact of whether Giannis is going to play or not. And then, of course, the Lakers-Memphis, whether Ja's going to play. And even if he does play, how effective is he going to be?
That's going to be the big question. We'll talk more about it coming up later in the show. But coming up next, The Athletic has their player poll out. Pop is the coach most NBA guys want to play for. But who do the players think is the most overrated? We'll let you know as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. First, let me tell you about my friends over at Hill Electric. When you need an electrician, you know Hill Electric is available to you 24/7 for residential and commercial needs. I've used Hill Electric at my house for a variety of projects through the years. Extra outlets in the garage, a spotlight over one of my grills outside, dimmer lights in the living room. They do great work and have for over 3 decades. Family-owned Hill Electric. They've been serving San Antonio homes and businesses for over 3 decades, and they do great work. Best part is they've got the right service at the right price, but there is never a service charge and always free estimates. So it costs you nothing to figure out what it will take to get a project done. So call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. 404-9074 or hill-electric.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Interesting news coming out of San Francisco. It appears the 49ers have received several inquiries about a potential trade for their quarterback, Trey Lance. The NBA playoffs continuing tonight, and it is an IR list, that's for sure. Ja Morant, questionable. Giannis Antetokounmpo, also questionable. And, Minnesota is simply questionable. The Blitz continues right after this.
Sports Center is brought to you by Kielbasa Slow Crafted Sausage, available at your local grocery stores.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/FREE. ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Every piece of land has a story. For the Caggianos, it's keeping their yard pristine with a John Deere Z530MC track mower, because it's not just a yard, it's a gathering place.
Work and play kind of meld together for us.
They run a brewery, harvest their own hops, and keep things tidy for their guests.
People say, what are you? Are you a farmer or a brewer? So I say, I'm a farmer brewer.
When you love what you do, it's not really work. Run with us on a Z530M mower and start telling your story. Learn more at johndeere.com/radio.
Guys, fellas, men, are you Roman ready for the weekend? Right now, generic Viagra, aka Sildenafil, is just $4 per dose at Roman. Just complete a free online visit with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional. If medication is appropriate, Roman sends what you need in discreet packaging with 2-day shipping. Generic Viagra from $4 at Roman. Go to ro.co/bed. Do it today and get 20% off your entire first order. That's ro.co/bed.
If you own a small to medium-sized business that kept employees on payroll through COVID, you may have a big cash refund waiting for you. The Employee Retention Credit is a tax credit of up to $26,000 per employee. And now, more businesses than ever qualify. The experts at RefundsPro.com specialize in cutting through the red tape of qualifying for this government program. Most of their refunds are over $100,000. Even businesses that have received PPP funds may be eligible. And there are absolutely no fees unless you receive a refund. So there's no reason not to apply. If your business experienced shutdowns, limited capacity, supply chain challenges, or reduced revenue due to COVID, you likely qualify. RefundsPro.com has already helped hundreds of businesses. So don't lose the refund you're owed by missing the deadline. Get started today with a free 5-minute questionnaire at RefundsPro.com. That's refunds with an S, pro.com.
Ribs, burgers, chicken. Submit what you grilled or smoked, and you could win a $50 gift card from Tri-County Meat Market.
So good and tasty.
Grilling with the Blitz. Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Friday, join us live out at Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar, 281 in Thousand Oaks for a Viva La Brawl ticket hit giveaway. Davies Entertainment's Viva La Brawl coming up at Techport Center on May 5th. We'll have tickets. I believe fighters will be out at Slackers with us on Friday, a little meet and greet. We start at 3.
That's going to be fun. It's always fun when you turn your mic on.
Yeah, helps.
That's a good thing.
That
Yes,
helps. Right.
yes.
Rookie.
I know. Still, even after a year and a half.
I've been doing this for a gazillion years, and it still happens every now and then. Part of it. Part of it. You know, as we get into the NBA season, the NBA postseason, especially with this Draymond Green situation, there's so much to talk about. A lot of people do want to talk about Draymond, getting a ton of comments coming in on YouTube Live, people dialing up the Kia Bossa Smoke Meats phone lines. Let's go to those now at 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Gary, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Hey, I just want to throw out a couple of things. I'm trying to make it real quick. There's a condition called, I think it's called commotio cordis. You probably see it happen in baseball. Most of the time it happens to younger folks. It's where if somebody hits you with enough blunt force right in your sternum, it could actually stop your heart. We already went through that mess with Darvin Hamlin, and this dude is on the sideline, ranting and raving like this is WWE, man. Come on, show a little compassion. You could stop this guy's heart. And I'm old enough to remember the Malice in the Palace. One of those folks that threw a beer can or something, or some beer on Draymond Green, man, it would have been World War III up in there.
Well, and I mean, there have been fights. I mean,
Great call, Gary.
You know, you talk about going way back. Think about what happened to Rudy Tomjanovich in the middle of a game. I mean, look, obviously there could have been some danger there. Knowing Draymond, I give him credit for not going for the nuts, because that's something that I thought, if it were intentional, Draymond, and he's kicked other dudes in the nuts before, it's what he does.
Yeah, I thought
right?
Sabonis
got lucky.
He got out lucky. But I don't understand, because there's everybody's obviously entitled to their own opinion, but people that coming to the defense of Draymond Green, if this had been the first time, or if it was a player and this happened, I don't think we'd be talking about it. I don't think there'd be a suspension. But the fact that it's Draymond and he just kind of stacks bricks, right, continues to do it. That's why Draymond got suspended. That's it. And look, somebody on YouTube Live said, look, it was because Joe Dumars, it had something to do with the Kings, yada, yada, yada. I don't see it that way, because I don't think it was only Joe Dumars' decision. I can't imagine that Dumars had the final say there. So
he's the boss, though. And look, maybe if there's a bias there, but when the guy that can make that kind of decision has a bias against you, don't you have to be more aware of the situation that you're in? At some point, accept responsibility. I am honestly surprised he was suspended. I did not think what Draymond Green did was worthy of a suspension, but I'm not surprised ultimately because of his history that the NBA has decided to suspend him. If it was somebody else, I don't know that they get suspended.
I don't think they do.
But your resume does speak for itself. And you go back to when, we had a certain guy that played here in San Antonio. We might have been up, 25 in the first half of a first-round playoff game, and a foot got stretched out. We were all pissed off because that guy's got a history.
Exactly.
Right?
Sure.
I mean,
at some point in time, you got to think, right? It's not all about what's happening to you in that particular situation. Think. If Sabonis, if you thought Sabonis was grabbing your leg, stop. Just stop and say, hey, this dude, I know the play was continuing. I get all of that. Draymond trying to get away, but the whistle blew pretty quick. And Draymond has got to think about somebody other than Draymond. And I just think that that's his biggest problem, is that he's his biggest fan.
Draymond Green does not make the list of most overrated players in the NBA according to NBA players, but the list is fairly interesting. If you go to The Athletic, they've got a poll out where they poll all these players, and what I find interesting is the number of players that don't answer a certain question, because even though it's anonymous, nothing really is. So only 54 dudes actually voted in the answering the question, who is the most overrated player? Trae Young gets the most votes at 14.8.
Does that surprise you? That really surprised me when I saw that. Obviously, look, I don't watch Trae Young play that often. He's with the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
But it really surprised me because I always enjoyed watching Trae Young play. But this coming from other players is what is fascinating.
Well, and I know I just misspoke. Draymond is on the list. He is down there at 3.7%, tied equally with Dame Lillard, Chris Paul, Austin Reeves, Dylan Brooks, and R.J. Barrett.
See, Dame Lillard. They think he's overrated? That's crazy.
Jimmy Butler at 5.6%.
Well, Jimmy Butler,
I don't think he's overrated.
Jimmy Butler is a good. I don't want to say. I don't want to diminish what he does. I like Jimmy Butler, but more of a.
You think he's more of a Robin than Batman?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that what I was trying to say?
That's sure.
That makes sense.
Most underrated player, Drew Holiday.
Okay.
SGA out of Oklahoma City, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's number 2. What I like seeing on this list, and I say like just knowing that Joe Reinagle's head is about to explode in 3, 2, 1. Derek White makes the list at most underrated player at 4.1. DeJounte Murray, he makes the list.
Wow.
He gets a 2%.
Wow. Isn't that something? 2 former Spurs players that the other players in the league believe are underrated.
Yeah.
I mean, it just goes without saying. I don't even have to rant about it. But yet the Spurs want to get rid of them.
No, the Spurs don't want to. They did.
They did. They got rid of them.
Yes.
So I just find that fascinating.
Uh-huh.
Both players in the playoffs, although DeJounte Murray probably won't be for long. But Derek White's got a shot at a ring. A good shot at a ring.
He does. Pop is the coach most players would like to play for. Now, they answer the question, other than your current coach, who would you like to play for? Greg Popovich, in a landslide at 25.3%, gets that nod.
But nobody wants to come to San Antonio.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I keep hearing.
Yeah.
No free agents want to come here and play.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Steve Kerr, number 2. Eric Spoelstra, number 3.
I get that, Kerr and Spoelstra. Although I'm a little perturbed at Steve Kerr. Love the guy. But he's got to fix his Draymond Green problem.
Well, he is.
Get off my lawn.
Wow.
Get off my lawn.
That was hardcore.
Was that for me or for Draymond Green or Steve Kerr.
Clearly for you.
It was for me.
That was for you. I didn't think that was a get off my lawn worthy statement.
Most of them
Pledger
are.
did.
But Pledge likes to play his little sounder in there. Is that what you call those things now? Sounders?
Sure.
It's more the hate by association of Kerr.
I love Steve Kerr. Love him. But he needs to do something. He needs to have some stones and do something about his Draymond Green problem.
At this point, what are you going to do with Draymond Green?
You're going to get rid of him. I don't think he'll be a Warrior next year.
Well, what about Klay Thompson? I mean, Klay's going to want a max. I mean, you might be looking at the end of one of the great runs.
You could be. And all those guys are getting a little longer in the tooth as well. I mean, and none of them, Curry's certainly not a spring chicken.
That run won't last near as long as what we had here in San Antonio.
Of course not. I don't think. Yeah, that's one of those records that will stand the test of time for a long, long time.
When you think about 7 years between titles with the main core and the same head coach, I don't know that we'll ever see that again.
No. And 20 years consecutively in the playoffs?
Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible. It will stand the test of time, and the Spurs in that era will go down as one of the greatest dynasties ever. Or they should. Even though a lot of people try and throw shade at them still for whatever reason.
Haters.
They've got to be in that conversation as one of the greatest dynasties in professional sports.
And we talked about one of the guys that wasn't really here for those glory years, but he's in Boston right now. The TNT types. That crew out on TV acted like they'd never seen Derek White before. One of the NBA's most underrated players, according to the players in the athletic poll. TNT acted like, who's this guy? They've never seen him. We'll explain as we continue here on the Blitz. If you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, and you need your logo on any kind of gear, get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. Speaking of Derek White, he always wears that headband. If you're a headband type, you want your logo on your headband, Sam can do that for you. He can put your logo on golf shirts, on fishing shirts. If you need hats, Sam has over 12,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display right now in his showroom, including the popular Richardson 112 style trucker caps. If you need t-shirts screen printed, go see Sam. If you need uniforms, Sam has over 700 uniform lines to choose from. Nobody has better prices. Sammy has all the big name brands, and he's the only company in Texas with one-day turnaround. Call 210-824-3900, 824-3900, or better yet, get into that massive showroom down on San Pedro, a mile inside Loop 410, next to Big Lots across from McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
It's the NFL Draft on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The pick is in. Let's go to the commissioner. The Dallas Cowboys select. This is going to be a fun player to watch.
Next Thursday, join 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star for this year's NFL Draft, live from Kansas City. Who do the Cowboys and Texans pick? Does Jerry make a splash? Who goes number one? And who's the next Mr. Irrelevant? Find out right here on your exclusive home for the Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles, with an auto warranty about to expire, or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost, month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-627-3604. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-627-3604. That's 800-627-3604. What do you have to lose? Call 800-627-3604. Again, 800-627-3604.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked, classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Trane heating and cooling systems are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you. We run together. Visit TrainInfo.com to find your local independent Trane dealer. TrainInfo.com. It's hard to stop a train.
Some people don't do well under pressure. At Northern Tool and Equipment, we do it best. Whether you're spraying down the shop or getting the winter grime off your house, a Northern Tool pressure washer says you're serious about spring cleaning. From an all-electric power horse to a Honda-powered North Star, we'll help you build your perfect cold or hot water package with all the chemicals, attachments, and everything you need for the job ahead. Northern Tool and Equipment. We're made for this. Come see us in store or shop online at northerntool.com.
This is Tim Spence, and you're listening to the home of the Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Ryan Eagle. I'm Jason Minnick. If you've done any grilling over the last couple of days, I know you're taking pictures of that meat on your grill. Upload those photos to ESPNSA.com, the Grilling with the Blitz page, because every Thursday around 6, we judge your meat and give away
enjoy doing that.
A $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market.
We enjoy judging meat.
Yes, we do.
I know we're going to get into Derek White, but remember Sam Bennett, the Aggie golfer, the Masters?
Yeah.
Signed a big NIL deal today. I just got a deal with T-Mobile.
Really?
How about that? It doesn't say for how much.
Well, free phone service and T-Mobile Tuesdays.
So he missed out, just to give everybody a perspective. Had he been a pro, he would have won $261,000 at the Masters with where he finished.
That's it?
That's it.
Huh.
I mean, that's it. For 4 days of work?
Still, though, I mean, you
playing
think
golf for 4 days.
You think Masters and, more than that. I mean, what does he figure? I saw a deal and there's like some, see, this is where politicians kind of suck unless you benefit from it. So in Augusta or around Augusta, and it's the Augusta whatever rule, that you can have up to 15 days of home rental and not have to pay taxes on your gains, right?
Oh, nice.
So
I like that.
So it's the Augusta rule,
right?
Because people can sell their 5 and 6 bedroom or rent their 5 and 6 bedroom houses around the Masters for $30,000 a week and not have to pay taxes on it.
Nice. I like that.
Well, I was thinking, so wait a minute. So, you get to, because PGA types, they pay for their own travel and their own expenses. So I imagine a lot of these guys, like everybody else, you go Airbnb. I mean, I'm thinking about, I've been looking at beach houses for Cowboys training camp.
Yeah.
Right? The house we had last year is not available.
Well, that's too bad.
But imagine $30,000 for a week and you don't have to pay taxes on it.
That's awesome.
But if he only won $260,000,
he would have won that. He couldn't collect.
Yeah, but after your taxes and then you pay for your food and your lodging, I don't know. I just thought the Masters paid better if you made the cut.
Well, I mean, look what Pledge pulled up. He won a record $3 million. John Rahm did.
Yeah, and 16th place gets a piddly $200,000.
Well, dude, maybe you should come in first.
Well,
if you're not first, you're last.
Is that how you go?
Well, that's the way it is.
Fair enough. I'd love to make 200,000 on a weekend.
I would too, especially out playing golf for 4 days.
I mean, we're going to play golf this weekend. There's no money on the line.
And we're not getting paid a dime. In fact, we'll probably spend more money than we should on ice cold ones. I know there's a chance of that.
You know, you just tripped into the best idea of the week.
Uh-huh.
Now we'll have to get Rob and Rudy. Pledge, you're in on this as well. Jimenez is going to show up. Whoever's replacing Ernie. But we're having our San Antonio Sports Star bragging rights golf tournament this Saturday over at the Golf Club of Texas.
Yeah.
The organizer of said golf tournament is Tim Spence.
Yes.
This was his idea.
Uh-huh.
You talk about the amount of money that we're going to spend over there at the Tin Cup Bar and, you know, the Cart Girl. I think and Tim keeps making up all these stupid rules, taking all the joy out of the golf tournament, right? I mean, you're a team captain, but he's already stripped you of that.
Yeah, I've been stripped.
I think the organizer has to pick up the tab.
Wow.
Is that a rule that we can all get behind?
I'm okay with it.
And Pledge, you're all right with that?
Oh, absolutely.
You think Rob and Rudy would have issue with that?
No.
I don't think so.
I mean, it's kind of like the host of the party, right? The host of the party is kind of responsible, right? I mean, might say bring a side dish, you know. I mean,
but technically you can't bring alcohol.
No,
or a side dish. You should get it from the Tin Cup Cafe.
Yeah. So, but I think Tim should. He's responsible for making sure that we have plenty to drink out there, since he's the organizer of said golf tournament. And he's put in so many rules we disagree with. I'm going to guess I'll put in a rule and he'll disagree with that.
Well, I know he'll disagree with that one. So I'm thinking. I don't know exactly what tea time is. We're a little afternoon.
Yeah.
It's 12:40.
Yeah.
Arrive a little early, have a nice lunch. He ought to pick that up too.
Yeah.
Dinner after?
Nah, he doesn't have to do dinner. I'm cool with that.
But
lunch and refreshments.
But I think he should make sure every cart is stocked.
Always.
That there's not a lot of room for ice in the cooler.
And they should always be stocked. In other words, if it runs low, they should be refilled.
And based on what we saw on the practice round, team captains are in charge of the music. So it's going to be a lot of George Strait in Joe Reineagle's cart.
I'm not the captain anymore, apparently. I even heard Jimenez the other day say it was Team Spence. So I'm like, I'm just along for the ride.
You're still the captain.
I don't know.
You swing the biggest stick.
Well, I do. I've been told
on that team anyway.
I've been told that.
On that team anyway.
Now, is he the captain or is he just their A player now?
Apparently, I'm just the A player.
Well, I thought it was Reineagle's.
It was supposed to be. That's how it started.
What cheesy ass name did he assign?
I don't even remember what it was.
All I remember is Pleasure Pledge.
Pleasure Pledge. You know, I'm anxious to see Pledge play.
Yeah.
And I've been really inconsistent. I hit some great shots and then some not so good ones.
I don't want to hear excuses if we get
no
close
excuses.
to
I'm just
tournament time.
It's facts.
Sounds like golf.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Did you watch the games last night? Those boys at TNT, they acted like they had never seen Derek White before.
You'll never find a hairline like Hey, man.
I get what you're saying.
Hey, man, y'all act like y'all didn't notice that.
I get what you're saying, Kenny.
Y'all act like y'all never seen Derek White ever in your life. I never seen it like that.
Like he looks like
That's never seen it. He always has a headband on. Oh, Lord. Derek White, you're a great player.
Yeah, you've had a heck of a series so far. Continued good luck to you.
Yeah, continued good luck. It's late at night. I have nothing else to do, man. All right. I have nothing else to do but watch you get 25 a night. We'll see you. We'll see you and your forehead up in the Western Eastern Conference.
Dude. Poor Derek White. You leave San Antonio now, people are making fun of your forehead.
Well, and then they compared him to Stephen A.
Well, and Stephen A. wasn't happy about that either.
No, he said he's going to get even with him.
They were going after everybody's hair last night.
Did you see Barkley race Kenny Smith?
No, I missed that.
They raced to, Kenny does the big board.
Yeah.
Yeah. They raced up there, and Barkley actually won.
Really?
Yeah. It's a lot of hijinks on that show.
There really is.
Which is good.
Great.
That's why
show.
it's the best in the business.
Let's talk some NFL.
Okay.
Could the Texans actually be looking at a trade for a quarterback not named Mac Jones? We'll tell you who the rumor mill is pointing to right after this SportsCenter update.
This is the Blitz. KTFM Floresville and always at ESPNSA.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
It is official. The NBA has suspended Warriors forward Draymond Green 1 game for stomping on the chest of Kings big man Domantas Sabonis. NBA playoffs continue tonight. Lakers, Grizzlies, Ja Morant questionable. Miami and Milwaukee, Giannis Antetokounmpo also questionable. And Minnesota hoping to even things up with the Denver Nuggets. How about Trey Lance coming to Houston? We'll talk about it when the Blitz continues right now.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Glad to have you along on this Wednesday afternoon, whether you're listening on the radio, maybe you're watching on YouTube live.
You see Anthony Barber?
Yeah,
these guys are clever.
Yeah?
I think everybody thought Derek White's headband was holding his hair back. It was just making his forehead warm.
Have you never seen Derek White not at a basketball game? I mean, you could have a pickup game on that forehead. There is a lot of room there.
There is. We love you, Derek.
Only 3-on-3 though.
I mean, you can play horse, play around the world.
Yeah,
a lot of things you could do.
Literally around the world.
Dude, I saw somebody on Twitter last night after the boys were making fun of Derek White's hair, and then they brought up Tibbs.
Yeah,
Tibbs got like 5 hairs with hair product right in the middle of his forehead. It's like, wouldn't you just shave that off?
Oh my gosh! I tell you, the TNT shows a lot of times more entertaining than the basketball games.
Well, that is very, very true. I just, knowing that I'm dealing with a growing bald spot in the back, thank God I don't see it every day, but
that'd make a pretty nice court too.
No, not really.
Yeah, it would. Yeah,
dude, all I have to do
comb over.
No, it's. I feel better about myself when I walk out of the studio and I look right. Because if you look right down to the KTSA studio, a guy that sits with his back to the door over there, his name is Christian Blood. His bald spot looks like Derek White's forehead.
He's got a little spotlight going there.
It's not a little spotlight. I mean, it's like the grand opening at the car lot. So mine isn't all that bad, right? I mean,
sure,
it's bad for me.
Yeah.
Right.
You want me to say, yes, Jason, you're right. Your bald spot's not so bad.
Mine's better. You're the one that pointed his out saying, look, man, you don't look anything like that. You're good.
Wait a minute. That was transparency. I remember that day like it was yesterday.
Yeah,
Minix comes to the studio and said, Reinagel, come look at this. And he goes, look down there.
And you said, you shouldn't feel so bad.
And then Minix said, look, I don't feel so bad. Jeez.
It's true.
Why would you do that to him?
See, you got to point out somebody else's flaw, don't you? You got to flaw yourself, then you got to point out somebody else's.
Well, it makes you feel better about yourself.
Does.
I mean, you with perfect hair, what do you have?
I agree with you. I mean,
then you finally got a decent haircut.
I did. Thank God that girl was back.
I did not realize how bad your last haircut was until I saw your current haircut.
I tried to tell you.
It always looked the same until it didn't.
You know, but I'm going to give myself props because I didn't walk around for 3 weeks with a hat on. I still managed to, go about the day.
You were very paranoid about your hair.
It was pretty bad, dude. I mean, it was bad.
Like, please don't take my picture. No pictures today.
I don't think I ever said that, but
no pictures.
Wait, it's
you went all.
It was a bad haircut. Yeah, it was bad.
He went all Tim Duncan. No pictures.
Looks the same.
Well, now because it's fixed.
He got it fixed. I saw Vanessa Macias posted a picture of Tim at a restaurant the other day, and her what she wrote on Facebook with the photo was Tim, Bruce Bowen, and some lady from the restaurant said, Tim must have really liked the food if he allowed a picture.
Exactly right.
That's so true.
Oh, man. That's true. Although I've been seeing more and more pictures of Tim and his daughter and Vanessa.
Yeah.
And so that's cool. That's good. It's good to see. I love that. They seem very happy, and I'm happy for them.
Absolutely. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. We've got Taste of the Northside tickets that we are giving away.
VIP.
Taste of the Northside is coming up on Tuesday. The Blitz is going to be live out at Taste of the Northside, the best fiesta event, according to Jason Minix.
And Joe Reinagle.
According to the Blitz, this is the best fiesta event. And they've gone all VIP this year. There are no GA tickets. There are, I think, $325 a pop. So these tickets, this pair of tickets that we are giving away, worth $650. So to win them, you need to subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page.
Yes.
And then screenshot showing us that you are subscribed and tweet us at Joe Reinagle 210, at Jason Minix, at SA Sports Star. And make sure you're following all three on Twitter. So subscribe to the YouTube page and then prove that you have subscribed. And at the end of the show, we're done at 6 today, we will give away a pair of tickets to Taste of the Northside.
Look, if you've never need to go, because it's like an all-inclusive resort. You pay for the ticket, and then once you get there, everything, booze, food, everything is on the house.
It's a great fiesta event for foodies.
It is fantastic, and it's good food.
Yes.
It's not cheap stuff.
It's all
good
high
stuff.
end.
Yes.
If you don't win tickets and you buy tickets, use promo code ESPN at checkout and you will save $100 per ticket.
That's incredible.
Yep.
I guarantee you that's incredible. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
Get your tickets.
So we're big time lying season in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
And the latest BS is Trey Lance is now on the trade block. People are calling about Trey Lance because Brock Purdy is going to be the guy. Now, I've seen, Minnesota and San Francisco, they apparently had a conversation at the owners' meetings in Phoenix a couple weeks ago to trade quarterbacks. But what about the Houston Texans? All this talk that the Texans might not take a quarterback at number 2. We've heard Mac Jones. Well, that ain't happening, supposedly. But what about a Trey Lance? Well, with all the San Francisco ties now with the Houston Texans, that's certainly a possibility. But Kyle Shanahan, how old is this audio, James Pledger, from 2 years ago?
Yeah, 21.
From 2021, this is a little bit of I just noticed we have a Derek White bobblehead with a headband in the studio. Sorry, got distracted.
Rabbit.
And that's got a big forehead on it with the headband. I digress. But to give you an idea of what to believe or what not to believe from the coaches and GM press conferences that are going on over the next couple of days, here's Kyle Shanahan with a little bit of a look behind the curtain from 2021.
Within hours, there's at least 2 people who are out there speculating that their opinions are they think we're taking Mac Jones. And ever since then, I've kind of just watched every single person assume that was accurate and that those weren't opinions, those were facts. And we didn't feel that way from the beginning. I wouldn't have said there's no chance we wouldn't have. We were going to go through this process, and I would have never said it couldn't have ended up being him. But I know how we felt about Trey the whole time. And to watch that happen and to kind of watch everyone just assume, because a couple of people say something, that's exactly how you feel. We weren't going to work to correct that at all. I thought that could be an advantage for us, especially when you look into stuff that just came out today, stuff that, I mean, you never know with this league. And if the whole NFL is assuming you're doing one thing and you're not doing that, I'm not going to work hard. And John, we're not going to work hard to correct that.
That makes a lot of sense. And I think you see that in the draft every year. They actually moved up, if I recall, in that draft to get Trey Lance.
They gave up a ton, which makes me wonder if the Houston Texans were to do a deal for Trey Lance. Clearly, the 49ers are going to want to get a lot of the compensation back that they spent to get him. And I don't know if that's possible. But if I'm Houston, I wouldn't mind having a Trey Lance, but I'm not giving up the number 2 pick.
Of course not.
If I'm San Francisco, I want the number 2 pick for a guy like Trey Lance.
Yeah, but if you're why?
Why? Well, because I want the number 2 pick. If I'm San Francisco, that's where the conversation starts.
And then if I'm Houston, I'm saying thank you. Click.
Yeah.
There's no way you give up that number 2 pick for Trey Lance. What makes Trey Lance any better than CJ Stroud? Honestly. He's played, 6 games in the NFL?
We don't know.
We don't.
We don't even know how good of a pro he is going to be.
No, we don't.
He's been in the league. And the other part, like at least Mac Jones, I have a pretty good idea of what I'm getting in Mac Jones. But again, I go back to if I'm Houston, I'm drafting a quarterback to get the full length of a rookie deal quarterback expenditure. Trey Lance is going to get a new deal soon. So is Mac Jones. Within the next 2 years, those guys are going to have new deals. If I'm Houston, I'm not taking on one of those guys knowing that they're going to get paid. I want to maximize my quarterback's rookie contract that I draft this year.
I still think the Texans should just poo-poo all this quarterback talk, draft a guy that obviously D'Amico Ryans wants, and that's Will Anderson. I think that's pretty clear. And then hope one of these guys falls to you. Maybe a Will Levis, perhaps, or maybe, who knows? If you still want a quarterback, then who knows? And I know you guys disagree with me. I'm leery about drafting a quarterback number 1 or number 2. It just hasn't worked out all that well as of late. So I'm leery about it. And if D'Amico Ryans wants his guy, and I'm still wondering what the hell's wrong with Davis Mills.
Well, you've watched him, right?
Okay, but
you've watched him, right?
I've watched him with a very bad football team.
Okay.
So now he's got some pieces around him. Maybe he's a little bit better. All I'm saying is that you'd rather have CJ Stroud than Davis Mills?
Yes.
You would. Why?
Yeah. Upside. The upside potential that whether you're talking about CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, that just seem so much higher than Davis Mills. I don't even know that I could say that when they took Davis Mills in the 4th, 5th round, whenever they took him, he was a 3rd rounder. I didn't like that pick then. And I haven't liked what I've seen from him since he's been in the league. And I know he's playing on a bad team, but there are times where you could see good quarterbacks on bad teams and go, yeah, that's not necessarily on the quarterback. The quarterback is making bad players better around him. He just kind of fits in with the crap that they currently have on the roster. I would rather see Case Keenum start than I would Davis Mills.
I think Justin Fields is the guy you're talking about, right? You can see his upside with a bad Chicago Bears team.
Sure.
So you're talking about it. But look,
I would go there, but I'm even going back to Trevor, his first year. He made a lot of mistakes, but you could just tell once they got pieces around him, he was going to be far better.
Look,
I like the Heineke kid that was in Washington more than I like Davis Mills.
I'm glad you're not a general manager. Really happy you're not a general manager.
I'm 2 quarterbacks that I think are equal. I wouldn't want either one of them, but I would rather have the Heineke kid than I would Davis Mills.
Look, I'm clearly, it seems clear, at least right now, and who knows, people could be lying out both sides of their mouth, but Bryce Young is the guy. It appears that Carolina is going to take him. Then after that, CJ Stroud, at least in this lying season, and take it for what it is, just may not be as attractive as everybody thought he was going to be because his stock seems to be falling. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. Whether the Texans are just, blowing smoke, I don't know. But I think D'Amico Ryans wants to build a defense similar to what he had in San Francisco. And in order to do that, you need some players like a guy, like a Will Anderson. And so I don't know what he's going to do. I just know that it's a roll of the dice with quarterbacks, it seems, lately anyway, when you take them that high.
It's kind of like a roll of the dice with the allergies right now. Whatever's in the air, man.
Dude, you've blown it over here.
Now you're going to blame me because you're sneezing?
I'm not sneezing, but all of a sudden it's like, man.
Crap in the air. I feel fine. I'm just sneezy.
I felt great coming in here. I had a little salt sauna. Yeah. Oh, dude, this place was great. Went and had a little salt sauna. You sitting there and there's salt. It's a place called Crisis. And went over there.
Yeah.
It's I've never seen anything like it. It was incredible.
A salt sauna.
But they told me this might happen because that salt stays in your nose for like 24,
opening everything up.
Opens everything up.
Yeah.
You got to blow it out.
Of your nose?
Well, where else would you blow it out of?
Well, I'm just making sure.
I mean, if it's boogers, they ain't coming out anywhere else.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, there's certain things that you have to do when you're a man of a certain age, and
yeah, like what, Jason?
I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
This place was fantastic. I fell asleep in the other thing. There's like 5 things over there, and I got to go back and
a day of relaxation.
Man, I'm telling you,
it
was
self-wellness.
I had a great nap. Really nice place. I can't wait to get back.
We will hear more about that. We'll also hear about Draymond Green. Draymond being Draymond, that got him suspended. We'll explain those ramifications as we continue here on the Blitz.
First, though, I got to tell you about my good friends at Stevens Roofing. Been talking about Stevens Roofing for a long time. Proud to do so. And I look at the forecast today, and there is a chance of storms today and tomorrow that some folks in the weather business are saying that could produce some strong winds and even some hail. Stevens Roofing number handy. 210-785-0994. If you get a hailstorm, hail hits your house, you want to call somebody you can trust because you know what's going to happen, right? I mean, you get a hailstorm and then all of a sudden you get a knock on your door and say, hey, we're in the neighborhood. We'd like to check out your roof. Don't make that situation worse by allowing those folks to do that. You want to call somebody that's local, somebody that deals with the same weather that we deal with. In fact, Stevens Roofing has got a great saying. They say, buy local, stay local, trust local with Stevens Roofing. And it makes all the sense in the world. The professionals at Stevens Roofing repair and install all kinds of roofs. They do metal roofs. They even do commercial projects. And the best part about it, if you have an insurance claim, they'll work with your insurance company. Let Stevens Roofing take that completely off of your plate. Simple leaks, roof replacement, whatever the job is, Stevens Roofing is your local roofer. They're here for you, rain or shine, for years to come. You can get them online at stevensroofing.net. And just don't forget, I love this saying, buy local, stay local, trust local with Stevens Roofing. 210-785-0994.
It's R&R in the morning, tomorrow at 6.
Tomorrow on R&R in the morning, we continue our NBA playoff breakdowns.
RJ Ochoa stops by at 8:30 as we look forward to the draft. It won't be any fun till you get there. The party starts at 6.
R&R in the morning, tomorrow at 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're shopping for a new vehicle, go see my friends at Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira I-10 Auto Complex. Very easy for me to tell you about and recommend Ancira because I am a long-time Ancira customer, and it's because of their great customer service before, during, and most importantly, after the sale. That great customer service is why Ancira has been a top family-run dealership in San Antonio for decades. And you know Price made Ancira number one. Price keeps Ancira number one. So think Ancira. Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira I-10 Auto Complex on I-10 West between Wurzbach and Huebner.
Garage clutter got you down? Garageization will help improve that mood. Cabinets, shelving, workbenches, overhead racks, slat wall. They even do floors. Oh my! GarageOrganizationSanAntonio.com for more info. GarageOrganizationSanAntonio.com.
I was in a terrible car accident. I suffered a traumatic brain injury and also injured my spine. My daughter-in-law called Jeff Davis. After expenses and attorney fees, I received $86,559. I want everyone in San Antonio to know Jeff was here for me.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you were injured by a car or large truck, call me at my San Antonio office at 444-4444. That's 444-4444. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4.
It's patio season, so get over to the Roo Pub at 281 and Redland Road to enjoy the great South Texas weather. As always, ice-cold beer and specialty drinks, happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6, and the kitchen is open late until 2 a.m. every day. Add the Roo Pub into your lunch rotation. With those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around, you know there is no better place to watch a game, and they always have all the fights. The Roo Pub, next to the Angry Elephant, 281 and Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Dave Ramsey here. The only water softener I recommend is a quality water softener from Connecticut. It really is the last water softener you'll ever own.
ConnecticutSA.com.
And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
The Golf Club of Texas has some of the best course conditions with the friendliest staff. The golf is great. They have a lighted driving range and practice area. While it feels like a country club, it's not a private club. It's open to the public, so bring the family into the 10 Cup Bar. It's the nicest sit-down restaurant in that area of SA, specializing in Texas food, wine, and spirits. For golf or dinner, go to Golf Club of Texas off Highway 90, online at golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Guys, stop what you're doing. Give me a few seconds of your time and let me give you a piece of advice that will change your love life forever. Have you noticed you've been losing a little pep in your step? Has your lady friend asked you, is everything okay? Do you find yourself having trouble rising for the occasion? Do you stress out before that special moment and wonder, is it gonna work? Guys, I'm going to let you in on a big secret. You don't ever have to worry again. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula has you covered. Mojo is the 100% guaranteed male enhancement formula that guarantees lasting success, if you know what I mean. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula is safe, natural, and effective every single time, guaranteed. Mojo is available in a quick action capsule. Do yourself and her a favor and call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today. They'll get you set up for success. Call 210-494-2210. That number again is 210-494-2210. Mojo Male Enhancement, only available at Pure Line Nutrition.
Tomorrow on R&R in the Morning, we're joined by RJ Ochoa of Blogging the Boys at 8:30, and we continue our talk about the NBA playoffs. Now back to the Blitz. What's worse, Derek White's hairline or Jason Minnick's moonroof?
All right, Rudy. I got to go Derek White's hairline.
You know, even though I like having some fun at Minnick's expense, I would have to say Derek's white hairline.
Pull up that bobblehead over there. All right, it's on that side of the room. I'll show that on for those watching on YouTube, right?
That is quite a hairline.
That's an accurate bobblehead because that headband, even on the bobblehead, is accurate. All right. I mean,
well, I think that's obviously the reason he wears the headband. I don't think it has anything to do with sweat.
Well, no, I think it's up there and it keeps the hair going up when he's playing. But again,
well, maybe you should stop that.
Are you kidding?
No, because the hairband is probably pulling out more hair.
Pulling out more hair?
Sure. Well, it's tightly wrapped, right? You want a headband. They're tightly wrapped, and he's got it right there on the roots in front.
So you think that's causing the hair loss?
He probably loses.
It's like saying that my bald spot in the back is because the hats I was wearing.
It could be.
Yes.
It could be.
I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, you go with that. No, if you're not watching us on YouTube, you should be.
You need to be.
Go subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Show us on Twitter at Joe Ryan Engel 210, at Jason Minnick's, at SA Sports Star that you have subscribed with the simple screenshot. Tweet it to us, and you'll be in the running to win VIP tickets to Taste of the Northside coming up on Tuesday. Draymond Green has been suspended. You all know that by now. During the show yesterday, 24 hours ago, I was on here saying I don't think he should be suspended. And I still don't think, with what he did and everything that went along with it, Sabonis grabbing his ankle and all the stuff that followed, I think him getting tossed from the game was plenty. He was ejected from the game. Sabonis was teed up. I thought we were good. Shams Charania tweeted early yesterday.
Yeah,
no suspension coming.
During our show, yes.
And then late last night, well,
it was late. Right, I want to say it was between 9 and 10, right?
I thought it was later than that.
It may have been. I just remember looking at that going, wait a minute.
I will pull up the tweet from NBA Communications.
Yeah, because I didn't think he was going to be suspended either, although I thought he should be.
17 hours ago. Do the math.
Yeah, I don't want
somebody
to.
else do
That's
the math.
too much work.
I thought it was like 11:30 last night.
Okay, maybe so.
Whatever.
But look, I think he should have been suspended. And the NBA is clearly suspending him because of his resume, because of what he's done in the past. And I think that has to play into it. I mean, at some point in time, you got to do something, don't you? And now we're hearing now that the Golden State Warriors are furious.
Well, of course they are.
They're furious.
And they should be.
No, they shouldn't be.
They should be.
Well, maybe they should be furious at Draymond Green.
Well,
for acting like a donkey. I mean, seriously.
And they probably are. They're mad at Draymond because that was Draymond being Draymond. But when you have Joe Dumars, who's the punishment boss there at the NBA, say on ESPN today during a phone interview, quote, here's what it came down to: excessive and over-the-top actions, conduct detrimental, and repeat offender. That's what separates this, where you end up with a suspension. Because of his resume, because of his history, he was suspended.
As he should have been. And I'm surprised he wasn't suspended for longer. I mean, with what he did to the crowd after he got ejected from that game, again, just being Draymond.
But honestly,
maybe he should have been suspended for that.
What does it say, though? I honestly, I enjoyed every minute of that. I did.
Dude,
I did. He's a showman.
Okay, that's a showman.
He is a showman.
You need a show.
Well, but again, we get mad at like the NFL for the no fun league, and the NBA is all about personality, and the NBA promotes their personalities. That is Draymond Green. You weren't surprised by any of his actions. I know I said yesterday, he was riling up the crowd. He feeds off of the boos that were coming his way.
Well, obviously, I hope he had a great shower, because that's the only place he could use it.
And that's, I mean, you know what you're getting with Draymond Green. The Golden State Warriors know what they're getting with Draymond Green, the good and the bad.
That's why he won't be a Warrior next year. I'd almost guarantee you that he will not be a Golden State Warrior next year, because look, if you're Steve Kerr, if you're management there, you got to be sick and tired of this guy doing what he's doing. And I don't believe he will be a Golden State Warrior next year. And anybody that takes him on, just get ready. Get ready for the antics, because if you take him on, you know what you're going to get.
It's almost like Kyrie, Kawhi.
God, they don't do that.
Well, no, but they don't do that.
I can't believe I just took up for Kawhi. What the hell's the matter with me?
They have their own set of things that you're going to deal with, but because they're great basketball players, you put up with it. And when you're winning, it's easier to put up with it. When you're not winning, you have stuff like what went on in Dallas this year. You look because Draymond gets a lot of blame for costing the Warriors a championship for getting suspended a couple years ago.
It was part of it.
And if he's with him out, the chances that Golden State can win this series went from small down 0-2 to it's going to be tough for the Warriors. If they're able to battle back and win this series, hats off to Steve Kerr and everybody else. But, down 0-2, they need Draymond Green.
They don't need Draymond Green.
Draymond Green.
They're going to win this game tomorrow night.
Uh-huh.
They'll win the game. Then they'll win game 2, because, the clown will be back for game 4.
Uh-huh.
And they'll win that, and it'll go back, and they're still going to win this series. I told you that, and I'm standing by it. And Draymond,
sometimes you can lose a beer bet before the beer bet's actually over.
So you're saying the bet's over?
No, I'm going to start counting my beers because
Good.
I'm going to win this bet mainly because Draymond Green isn't going to be there for game 3.
Look, they got a lot of other players besides Draymond Green.
Yeah.
He's not the superstar of the Golden State Warriors last time I checked. He's the biggest clown on the team by far.
Yeah.
But he's not the biggest star. Look, the Warriors are going to win.
Defensive player.
The Warriors are going to win that game tomorrow.
All right.
They're going to win. You
Okay.
can book it now.
All right. Go to Vegas.
They're already 7.5 point favorites the last time I checked.
Joe's going to bet the mortgage.
You know what? I might. The entire ranch.
Really?
Yeah.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
Really?
Not just an acre or two. All of it.
All of it.
Yeah.
You're so full of it.
I wish I had a ranch. Don't have one.
A whole acre?
A whole acre? Don't have that either. But I'll bet something. It's too bad I have to drive to Louisiana to do it.
That's a whole nother topic. That is a whole nother topic.
Fortunately, you don't.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Dak Prescott was on Adam Schefter's podcast. He talked Cooks. He talked Zeke. We'll tell you what he had to say as we continue here on the Blitz. If you're having any issues at your house with your plumbing, your AC, you know there is one company to call, and that is Corner Moon Plumbing, Heating, and AC, 210-651-5899. At Corner Moon, they are full service, big job, small job, residential or commercial. Their service trucks are fully stocked, and they have all the equipment needed for any job. At Corner Moon, they do not have commissioned sales reps. They'll provide estimates and second opinions, and they have a great experienced staff that has earned an A-plus ranking with the Better Business Bureau. Corner Moon Plumbing, Heating, and AC, 210-651-5899, or online at cornermoonplumbing.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Could Trey Lance be headed out of San Francisco? Well, Ian Rappaport says that San Francisco 49ers are receiving inquiries about their quarterback. Playoffs continue tonight. It is the Lakers looking to take a 2-0 lead over the Grizz. Ja Morant questionable. Miami and Milwaukee looking for a 2-0 lead. Giannis questionable. And Minnesota, well, they're just questionable. But they're in Denver hoping to do something. Blitz continues.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates. It's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language in as little as 3 weeks? Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
If you own a small to medium-sized business that kept employees on payroll through COVID, you may have a big cash refund waiting for you. The Employee Retention Credit is a tax credit of up to $26,000 per employee. And now, more businesses than ever qualify. The experts at RefundsPro.com specialize in cutting through the red tape of qualifying for this government program. Most of their refunds are over $100,000. Even businesses that have received PPP funds may be eligible. And there are absolutely no fees unless you receive a refund. So there's no reason not to apply. If your business experienced shutdowns, limited capacity, supply chain challenges, or reduced revenue due to COVID, you likely qualify. RefundsPro.com has already helped hundreds of businesses. So don't lose the refund you're owed by missing the deadline. Get started today with a free 5-minute questionnaire at RefundsPro.com. That's refunds with an S, pro.com.
Did you know that over 90% of male enhancement pills are virtually the same thing that's repackaged, redone over and over again? Why settle for the same old product when you can get something completely different? Something that takes male enhancement into the 21st century. Something that really works. Men, you need to try Noxitril, the all-natural male enhancement formula that will unlock your performance in the bedroom to a level you could only dream of. Try to imagine Viagra on steroids. Noxitril is so powerful, that's why it took years for it to finally become available to the public without a prescription. So call now and take advantage of our special Noxitril free bottle offer today. Oh yeah, we recommend that you use the Noxitril dose as directed. Think of your partner. We certainly don't want you to overperform in the bedroom.
Find out how to get a free bottle of Noxitril while supplies last. Call 800-301-6927, 800-301-6927. Free bottles for a limited time. Call now, 800-301-6927, 800-301-6927.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Like any good agent, we're here for the open house, for the closing, for handing over keys. But because we're realtors, we're here for so much more. Agents who are realtors volunteer at nearly 3 times the national average. We're working to broaden access to credit, increase affordable housing supply, and ensure fair housing for all. And realtors are bound by a code of ethics. We're here for it all. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
All guests appearing on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star appear on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com. Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. On Twitter, at Joe Reinagel 210. You can tweet at me at Jason Minix. The station at SA Sports Star. In fact, if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're not, go watch us on YouTube.
Yes, you should, unless you're driving.
Subscribe to
Don't
the
do that.
YouTube page. Screenshot that. Prove to us that you're subscribed to the YouTube page, and you'll be in the running to win Taste of the North Side tickets for Tuesday.
And that away a lot of good prizes.
Yep.
This is up there.
Oh, yeah.
This is up there.
Absolutely.
Top 5 for sure.
Always is. This is the best Fiesta event. Everybody I know, hey, you got tickets?
Nope.
People that work here, hey, you got tickets? Nope.
Know where you can get them, though.
Yeah, if you don't win tickets, you can save $100 per ticket.
That's incredible.
When you go to checkout for the Taste of the Northside tickets, just find their website. You know how to do that. Go to checkout, promo code ESPN, and you'll save $100 per ticket.
Wow.
Yep. And it's worth every penny.
All-inclusive resort.
Yep.
You pay the ticket price. Once you get there, you don't pay for anything else.
You know, it's a day that ends in Y, so we have to talk about the Dallas Cowboys.
Sure.
Right?
Of course.
I mean, we during the commercial break, arguing between these two, Pledge and Joe. I got a Texans fan and a Titans fan. And I think both were trying to compliment the other team, but at the same time, they were tearing their own team. It was very confusing. And then, of course, it comes back to the Cowboys because it always comes back to the Dallas Cowboys. It's what it is. You do anything with the Cowboys, it's going to blow up. That's why Adam Schefter had Dak Prescott on his podcast.
Right.
And what I thought was interesting was because he doesn't have a job yet, there's been talk that Zeke could come back to the Dallas Cowboys following the draft. If he doesn't get signed somewhere else, he could come back. That is something that Dak Prescott would like to see.
That should be nice. That should be nice. And I know myself, and I can tell you there's a lot of people on not only the team, but in the organization that would love that. I'm sure Zeke would as well. So we understand that this is a business. And as you said, the markets change and things go up and down. So it doesn't always work out the way we see it. But hopefully that could happen.
Because when he's released, there's a lot of pride involved. You want to go out and test the market.
everybody has different ideas, and then you see what happens, and then maybe there's a way. I don't know. I may be talking out of turn and imagining things, but who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I'm gonna imagine it with you until I see he's on another team. So
yeah, it's hard to think of Zeke as anything but a Dallas Cowboy.
Exactly.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah, that's not
my
allergies.
goodness. I'm going to imagine that with you, Shefty.
Well, I mean, it's so lovely.
I'm going to go home tonight and dream about that.
Well, I mean, you wonder how a guy gets fired when Dak explains when he does sign somewhere else, because I really don't think that he comes back to Dallas. What does Zeke bring to the table?
Yeah, an amazing person. And the player, you turn on the film and you see a tough guy, a guy that is epitome of how to be a professional, of working hard, leading by example, and then just an awesome guy for the locker room. I think that's the something that he brings that people don't understand. The leadership and the culture that he can bring to a team in the locker room is special, and I envy who's going to get that next.
I envy who's going to get that next. So does that mean he doesn't think, even though he's going to go home and dream about it, he doesn't think he'll be back with the Dallas Cowboys? Lots going to be said, Jason, and you know this.
They're friends.
Well, of course they are. Yeah, but they'll always be friends. They don't have to be on the same team to be friends.
This is true.
But a lot's going to be said. We'll see what the Cowboys do in the draft. Do they draft a running back or do they not? And if they don't, that means they're either very happy with Malik Davis and they want to give him a shot, or Zeke could possibly be coming back.
And I think for Zeke, it depends on what his options are. The fact that he is still working out with the Cowboys or Cowboy players, that doesn't surprise me. They're all friends. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't read much into it if, say, D-Hop shows a picture of him at Dak's practice field.
Oh,
right?
sure.
I mean, because these guys, they all tend to work out together. They're all friends, right? Now, the guy that has been working out with Dak is his new wide receiver in Brandon Cooks. And I don't know. Dak seemed a little surprised about Cooks being the receiver that he is.
It's exciting. I'll say that. It was very exciting to throw with him today, and the guy is different. That is real speed.
Real speed. Is
Real
that what he
speed.
said?
Real speed.
So as opposed to, now what's he saying there? Does he not have real speed in CD Lamb, for example?
Not real speed. It's just speed.
Just regular speed.
Like you knew what you were getting with Brandon Cooks, right? Are you surprised? He's had receivers before.
Yeah, but
I just thought that was
this
a
is
lot.
real speed as opposed to that fake speed that everybody else had.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
look, Dak's got to be thrilled to have Brandon Cooks on this football team. He
Yes.
has to be.
Yes.
But it begs the question, who was it? And we didn't talk much about it yesterday. Was it Lombardi? Mike Lombardi? Said CD Lamb's not a number one receiver.
You know, there are a lot of things that I hear from Michael Lombardi, and I think he is spot on. And then I hear a lot of things from Michael Lombardi, and I wonder how he was ever an executive in the NFL.
Just when he criticizes the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, no, about all kinds of things. I mean, like Mike Martz, right? Mike Martz is doing all kinds of videos and things right now, and I remember talking a lot with Mike Martz when he was coaching the San Diego Fleet in the Alliance of American Football. Well, I mean, and I was fortunate. I mean, because you're sitting there over some beverages, and you got guys like a Mike Martz and a Mike Riley and some of these other guys, and they're talking football and glory days and you know, the greatest show on turf.
That'd be a great conversation to be a part of.
It's fun. You don't talk, you just listen. Right. And that's what I was doing. But you know, I walk out of that thinking, how is Mike Martz not still in the NFL? And then I hear Mike Martz say some things about current players, and you wonder, well, there you go. That's why he's not in, right? I mean, because you know, so you take everything with a grain of salt. Like, is CeeDee Lamb a true number one wide receiver? Compared to who? A Diggs in Buffalo? No. I mean, there are others, but to say that he's not is dumb.
Well, he's a number one wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, at least for now. But I think Lombardi's point, as I read into what it is, it's like he doesn't scare anybody. All right. He doesn't scare defensive coordinators. As you're game planning for the Dallas Cowboys, CD Lamb is not one of those guys that you're afraid of, like a Tyreek Hill, or you mentioned Stephon Diggs, Justin Jefferson, maybe even what's the kid in Cincinnati, Jamar Chase. I mean, those guys scare the hell out of you. Travis Kelce. Those guys you have to game plan for.
But let me ask you, is it that CD doesn't scare you, or is it Dak doesn't scare you, or is it that the old Kellen Moore offense didn't scare you because it was predictable? Because I know he fell in the draft and he fell to the Cowboys. The Cowboys feel comfortable having him as a number one wide receiver. There are times where you watch him play and excuse me. Well, that was weird.
What was that, dude?
That was weird. My computer said 1 sec when I was about to sneeze. The hell is going on here?
Oh my goodness.
Chat GPT thing.
There you go. Yeah. Well, please try again. Yes.
Thought it was my computer. It was my phone.
Well, your computer's even calling BS on your so-called
hang on
thing here for CD.
But again, though, last year without a Michael Gallup, there was nobody protect him. There wasn't that other guy. And that's what we talked about, though, during the year last year. Like Aaron Rodgers would throw Devontae Adams open. Would Dak Prescott throw CD Lamb open? And he never would 2 years ago. Last year, he did a little bit more.
Well, I think those guys that we're talking about have a knack for getting open, regardless of how many people are on them. And that's why they are the players that they are. And CD's got to learn to do that. And you're right. And I will give this, and I've said this before. With a guy like Brandon Cooks coming in, defenses are going to have to concentrate on Cooks. They're going to have to. And that's going to help CD Lamb. There is no question about it. I don't know how Michael Gallup's going to be and if Michael Gallup will ever be back to the guy that we all thought he would be. Latest CBS mock draft has the Cowboys taking a wide receiver, that kid out of Tennessee, who is a real speedster. So you don't know, and I think that will who's it? Jalen Hyatt, I think is his name.
Yeah, Jalen Hyatt.
But that's a guy. Now, listening to Dak, apparently Brandon Cooks has got speed that he's never seen before. But the Cowboys could use a speed burner. There's no doubt.
And again, if we're going to trade a Jalen Tolbert for a Jalen Hyatt, I know when we was on R&R in the morning when we were out in Phoenix, I mean, Jalen Hyatt looks the part, sounds the part. I mean,
sure, but so did Tolbert.
Well, he was a third guy. I mean, Hyatt's going to be – when you look at CD Lamb and Chase Cole on YouTube live comments, CD's a high-end wide receiver 2, maybe a low-end wide receiver 1. Whatever the hell that means.
I think that's what Lombardi said.
I mean, when you got a Brandon Cooks and you got a Michael Gallup and Kincaid or a Mayer, whichever tight end the Cowboys draft, there's going to be so many weapons available for Dak Prescott. Pollard out of the backfield as a part of the passing game. You should see this offense go to another level. And then nobody's going to question whether CD Lamb is a legit wide receiver 1.
We'll see if it goes to another level, and we'll see with what Mike McCarthy does. What's Mike McCarthy going to do? What's his offense going to look like? Do you remember? I don't.
It's going to be different.
It's
going to be different.
Yeah, thanks.
That's what he says.
Yeah. Just draft a tight end, and your problems are solved, apparently.
I saw that you found a mock draft that had a wide receiver, not a tight end. So that's when
I was just like, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, we just bring Dalton Schultz back. That'll solve everything.
That's Houston's problem.
Yeah, it is. Wait a minute. That's their problem? I thought he was the greatest tight end in the history of tight ends.
God, you're an idiot sometimes. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. You thinking about the draft next week, looking for a place to watch it, the NBA playoff games, there's no better place to go watch games than at the Roo Pub at 281 in Redland Road with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. And when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food there is fantastic, and the kitchen is open late until 2 a.m. every day with the full menu available. And the Roo Pub knows how to throw big parties. You think about their Halloween party. You think about St. Patrick's Day at the Roo. Well, May 7th, the Roo Pub is going to kick off their 10-year anniversary celebration with a big old crawfish boil block party. They're going to have bands. They're going to have a ton of crawfish. It is going to be a lot of fun. Put it on your calendar now. May 7th at the Roo Pub and at the Angry Elephant. 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
It's the NFL Draft on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The pick is in. Let's go to the commissioner.
The Dallas Cowboys select.
This is going to be a fun player to watch.
Next Thursday, join 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star for this year's NFL Draft, live from Kansas City. Who do the Cowboys and Texans pick? Does Jerry make a splash? Who goes number 1? And who's the next Mr. Irrelevant? Find out right here on your exclusive home for the Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
The once-a-year jewelry event everyone waits for is here. Starting Friday, Diamonds Direct takes value to a whole new level with an extra 20% saving on just about everything. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, and more. You get Diamonds Direct's already unbeatable price, plus an extra 20% off. Thousands of engagement ring mountings included. Plus, acclaimed jewelry designers will be in store with an expanded selection. All the latest styles and trends, all on sale. It doesn't get any better than this. Diamonds Direct, store-wide spring event, starting Friday. Get details at diamondsdirect.com.
Smoker's Paradise is having a huge 420 sale. Thursday, April 20th only. Receive 25% off your entire purchase, excluding tobacco products. And the first 50 customers get a free goodie bag with purchase. Visit smokersparadise.com and drop by all day, all locations, Thursday for their 420 sale.
Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially since you're always growing and changing. Therapy is all about deepening that self-awareness, because sometimes you don't know what you really want until you talk things through. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist online who can take you on that journey of self-discovery from wherever you are. Visit betterhelp.com/score to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/score.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Thinking about gas mileage. You know, changing your oil with a full synthetic oil like Pennzoil Platinum can help your engine get more miles. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP Extended Life oil filter for only $37.99. Get started on your next job today with the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
San Antonio Sports Star is proud partners of the Davies Entertainment Viva La Brawl, coming to the Port Arena May 5th. And here is your chance to win your way into the action. Join the Blitz live this Friday at Slackers Thousand Oaks from 3 to 7. Meet and greet with the headliners, the Castaneda brothers, Kendo and Jairo Castaneda, and your chance at free tickets to the upcoming Viva La Brawl on Cinco de Mayo. That's this Friday at Slackers Thousand Oaks, or buy your tickets before they sell out at daviesentertainment.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com. Get the last water softener you'll ever own and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE Kinetico.
Visit KineticoSA.com.
Hey guys, this is Keenan Thompson. I have a problem with you. Yes, you. None of y'all told me that AutoTrader has millions of new and used cars that I can shop from home. I thought we were friends. I put smiles on your face, but I'm not smiling. No one told me that with AutoTrader, a dealer can deliver cars to my home, or that I could shop by price on AutoTrader. No one. Consider this friendship that you just learned we had officially over. Finally, it's easy. AutoTrader.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates, it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Train heating and cooling systems are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you. We run together. Visit traininfo.com to find your local independent train dealer. Traininfo.com. It's hard to stop a train.
The The NFL is on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. Friday, the Blitz is going to be live out at Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar there at 281 and Thousand Oaks. A Viva La Brawl ticket hit giveaway.
Hey!
Davies Entertainment's bringing Viva La Brawl to the Techport Center May 5th. We'll have tickets. Understand some of the fighters are going to be out there. Friday out at Slackers, we start at 3.
That's going to be fun.
It is always fun out there.
It always is. But I think there'll be a lot of excitement out there this Friday because of, the boxers are going to be out there. Everybody wants to come out and meet and shake their hands and
win free tickets.
And win free tickets too, of course, which is what we're doing today.
If you've done... What are we doing today?
Sorry. We're giving away tickets.
To what?
To the Taste of the North Side.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, you forgot about that?
Well, no.
You were just going to say something else. And
I was.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Yeah.
was.
I just got to interrupt sometimes.
It's all right.
I'm excited about it.
It's all good. I mean, if you want to win Taste of the North Side tickets, subscribe to our YouTube page for San Antonio Sports Star, where you can watch, as you speak right now, James Pledger devour a rib, which I'll get to in a moment. I was about to get there, but we'll get there in a moment. And then show us that you're subscribed on our YouTube page by tweeting a screenshot of that at Joe Reinagle 210, at Jason Minix, at SA Sports Star, and you'll be in the running to win those Taste of the North Side tickets. If you don't win the tickets and you just want to buy them, just for being a listener to the Blitz and our radio station.
Yeah.
Promo code ESPN, you'll save $100 off your tickets.
That's incredible.
That is.
Well worth it, I'm going to tell you. I love that it's all-inclusive resort.
Now, if you've
pay up front, whatever.
Done some grilling, like somebody apparently did for James Pledger, and you take a photo of said meat, upload it at ESPNSA.com for your chance to win a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market. And I'm a little offended right now with our producer, James Pledger.
You are?
I really am.
Well, that's it's a day that ends in Y.
No, there's a difference between getting pissed off at him and being offended by him. You and I do a lot of grilling.
We do.
And we often bring leftovers to James Pledger.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So James, somebody else did some grilling for him, so he's stepping out on us. He has no loyalty to our Traegers. None. So he kind of opens the studio door and has a bag of ribs and was like, anybody want a rib? Nope. All right, cool.
He was very happy that we said no.
Yes.
Yeah.
He offered, though.
Yeah, he did.
He wants all the brownie points for offering, but he's thrilled that, 14 seconds before he came back on the air, we said, no, we don't want to eat a rib. And then he has proceeded to eat an entire 3 ribs in this segment on camera, which I'm sure people love watching Pledger eat. It is a sight to see. It could almost be a pay-per-view event.
It's a talent for sure.
I don't know about that. Like the other day,
it's a talent.
The other day, James is over at the house. Just kind of one of those impromptu, and he shows up at the house because, it's dinner time.
Uh-huh.
So Joanna fixes him a plate.
Nice.
And he's sitting on the couch or watching the game. And she's like, do you want a tray or something? No. And he is just hunched over and the shovel is going and the noises that are being made. And Joanna was mortified. I'm like, have you never seen him eat?
Oh my gosh.
It's like, I guess not in a single setting, like at parties or events or whatever. It's a little bit, but just watching him eat, I think she was a little mortified.
I don't know how Pledge does it, honestly, because the dude's pretty skinny.
Yeah.
But he eats more than any human I've ever seen in my life.
He's a garbage disposal.
He is.
Yes.
No, did you see the way that bone on that rib was clean? I mean, it's like it was sanitized.
Well, you think about a rib bone that James Pledger has devoured is cleaner than anything your dog has ever done.
I guarantee you.
Only question I have is where does he bury him when he's done?
Any dog that would have gotten that bone is pissed.
Yes.
Because there's not a shred of meat on it.
No, and he probably sucks the marrow out too. I mean, there's
Probably.
nothing left of that rib.
That's impressive, man.
And I didn't want one until I watched him eat that thing.
Yeah, it looked pretty good, didn't it?
Well, it's watching him eat it actually makes you lose your appetite. But when I see those other ribs, those are some good looking ribs.
They really are.
I don't know who did those, but they should take photos of that and upload it at ESPNSA.com for their chance to win.
Yes, they should, because you got a chance to win a $50 Tri-County Meat Market gift certificate.
Yeah. What time is it? 5 o'clock?
It's just about. It's somewhere. It's 5 o'clock.
Beer 30.
Isn't that the old saying?
That is a song.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Some country guy sang that. Was that Alan Jackson?
Alan Jackson.
There you go.
Yeah.
How about that?
I'm impressed. Yeah. Now, that's not the one he did with Jimmy Buffett, was it? He had a duet with Jimmy Buffett. I think it was 5 o'clock somewhere.
I think it was probably Alan's song, and then he just sang it for the Margaritaville commercial, right?
No, Jimmy Buffett was a part of that.
Originally?
Sure.
Foo Fighters dropped a new song today.
Oh, yay.
It made my day. We'll talk about that coming up next.
Yay.
Or the Texans and Trey Lance. You pick on the Blitz.
This is The Blitz with Jason and Joe. KTFM, Floresville, and always at ESPNSA.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
It was the biggest surprise in the NBA history. All right, not really, but the NBA had suspended Warriors forward Draymond Green one game for stomping on the chest of Kings big man Domantas Sabonis. NBA playoffs tonight. Lakers, Grizz, Ja Morant questionable. Miami in Milwaukee. Giannis questionable. And Minnesota in Denver. But what about Trey Lance? Is he coming to Houston? We're talking about it next.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champion.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minutes. Glad to have you along on this Wednesday afternoon.
Absolutely. It's hump day.
It is. Foo Fighters have some new music out.
So, is it like a whole album or just a song?
It's the first song of the new album that will come out in June, which is kind of cool because I will see the Foo Fighters in Boston at the end of May, Memorial Day weekend. And unless they added, I think they've already added one show prior to, but it was originally going to be their first concert back since Taylor Hawkins passed away a little bit more than a year ago. And I don't want to get too deep in the woods, especially with Joe, because he has no idea about music, right?
Well,
but,
I have a serious question when you get done.
All right. But they still haven't announced who their new drummer is.
Okay.
Who's going to be the drummer, but I am very much looking forward to seeing Foo Fighters in Boston. They've clearly taken this time. Dave Grohl has gone into the studio and he has written a song. And this the song that dropped today. Now, I know how.
Is this it?
All right. Oh, I'm hearing it in my ear, but I just pulled it up on my phone, so I'm making sure. Are we playing this or are we?
Good drummer, whoever it is.
It's Dave Grohl.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
All right. Did you say that? I thought you said they hadn't announced who the new guy was going to be.
Well, so you hear this new song, and it's called Breakout. And the new album title that comes out in June is called But Here We Are. And in the Apple Music, it says their deeply personal 11th LP is coming, pre-added and here, rescued now. So this is rescued, right? And I've listened to it, I don't know, 5-8 times already this morning. It's fantastic. So Dave Grohl, Joe, is and for those of you out there that are laughing at Joe, understand he's not alone here. Dave Grohl is a great drummer. He was the drummer in Nirvana.
Okay.
And obviously when Kurt Cobain offed himself and they had to figure out what else they were going to do, he came up with the Foo Fighters. He was actually had a job offer. He was going to go be the drummer for Tom Petty. And if that would have happened, we would never have had the Foo Fighters. So in a lot of their records, Dave Grohl is the drummer in those sessions, but on tour and on some of the albums, Taylor Hawkins would do the drums, who was also the frontman for his own band called Chevy Metal. But Grohl will play drums during concerts, and Taylor Hawkins used to come out. But for their upcoming tour, they haven't said who's going to be the drummer. Now, there's rumors out there that it's going to be Pearl Jam's drummer, but I've also heard that's not going to happen. I think based on the Taylor Hawkins tribute that we saw in Los Angeles, that a guy named Rufus Taylor is going to end up being their drummer. That's, if I were a betting man, my money would be on Rufus Taylor. But
now, where does Rufus come from?
Lots of different bands, but the LA drummer scene, right?
Oh, okay. So, that must be big in LA, huh?
It
the
is.
Drummer scene?
The drummer scene is crazy,
wow.
Right?
They hang out at Muscle Beach?
But I tell you, no, Drum Beach, actually. It's just down the road.
I got you.
But you think about, like, listening to this song today, you could just tell Dave Grohl started writing music to deal with Taylor Hawkins' death. And that's what this album is going to be like. Like Metallica's new record. Like, I'm loving what I've heard so far, this one song from Phil. Metallica's new record sounds great. Sounds like Metallica, but there isn't a song on there yet that I'm like, yeah, that's it. Right? It just, so, like some people, like anything they put out, you're just going to love it because they put it out. I'm not really that way. Like, I'm not in love with this new Metallica record. This first song from Foo Fighters, holy crap.
Now, the serious question, right? Why do they still call it an album? I mean, think about it. Why do you call it an album? I don't see anybody with a turntable. I mean, you're gonna download it and stream it, right?
You can do that, but you can also go buy vinyl. Vinyl has made a huge comeback.
Where? Walmart?
You can order them. You can go downtown to Hog Wild. When was the last time you were at Hog Wild Records?
I've never.
I have a turntable.
You do?
I do.
You know what's funny about that, and I wish they would come back, because Maggie and I stayed at a hotel in Austin. We were seeing Sebastian Maniscalco, but the place we were at, you could actually go pick out albums, and they had a turntable in your room.
Oh, that's cool.
It was very cool. So but I'm just wondering,
they're still called albums.
Their new
records.
album today. Well. Chances are about 99% of the people aren't going to buy an album.
You're right. And I'm not. I'm just going to add it on my phone.
So I'm just wondering why they still call it an album. Couldn't you call it something else?
Well, because, I mean, albums, even when people were doing season, and you know why?
I call it a CD.
But I mean, the artist would say, well, here's my new record, right? And I think really what it boils down to is you think about when they go gold or they go platinum and they frame it up there. Nobody wants a framed cassette. The album is bigger. The album cover is bigger, and they put all kinds of stuff in them now for fans to go through. It could be a poster, a book, a little info, cool art.
I'm just curious about why they still call it an album when nobody buys albums.
People buy albums.
They do.
Very small percent. When's the last time you bought an album?
I bought one earlier this year.
No, you didn't. I want to see it.
I'll bring it in.
Okay.
It's autographed.
If you have an album, tweet Joe a picture of your new album.
I want to see it.
If anybody went and got the new Metallica 72 Seasons album, tweet me a photo of it. I've downloaded the whole thing. I don't even have that album yet.
Wow. I'm surprised. I thought you were like on their mailing list as president of their fan club.
Well, I get offers to buy stuff all the time, but that doesn't mean I'm going to part ways with my dollars.
Do they know you don't like their new album?
I don't know that they care.
Dude, you've seen them 85 times. I mean, you've probably put their kids through college.
23. But I don't hate it. I just don't love it. There hasn't been that one song or two songs that just grab you and you go, all right, I want to go hear that one again.
Yeah.
And I've listened to the whole album about 3 times. The last.
What'd you listen to it on?
On my phone.
Spotify?
On my phone. I don't have Spotify.
Oh, well, that's too bad. You should.
I have Apple Music.
Okay. I'm a Spotify guy.
Yeah.
Because I have a Samsung, so I don't get Apple Music.
Oh, see, there you go. pledges rolling through our YouTube comments extremely quick, but one of them said, "Is that true?" Go back to the one, not that one. Vinyl albums outsold CDs last year for the first time since 1987.
Really?
That a comment from Joker. I can't verify that, but I believe anybody named Joker. I've got to believe a guy
have to
who
believe
goes
that.
by Joker that he would not lie to
Well,
us.
it's not only Joker. If I saw that correctly, it was J period, O period, K period, E period, R period.
Yes.
So what does all that stand for, I wonder?
Joker.
No, there's got to be something.
Does it?
Sure.
I mean, it could.
Well, why would he put periods there? It stands for something. And I wish Joker would just come out and say what it is.
See,
stop being a joker.
Uh-huh. Joe orders kills.
Oh my gosh.
What? That's Steve Sosa, 1981, tweets when Jason said he doesn't love everything Metallica puts out.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay, yeah,
Steve.
sure. It's true.
I'm with you there, Steve.
I mean, at this point, I haven't found it. I haven't found the song there yet.
I'm sure you'll keep looking.
Their last song, I've like I said, on the walk yesterday, the last song, it actually made me go a little farther. It's 11 minutes long, the last song on that album. And so I was almost done with my walk. I had to keep going.
You had to keep going to finish the
Song.
album.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Uh-huh.
I got an extra half block in.
Nice.
11 minutes. Now, and that's probably why the show coming up in August is 2 nights, and they're saying no repeats because they're going to want to play a lot of the new stuff off of 72 seasons that nobody knows, and then they're going to play all their hits. They can't do that in one show. They're going to do 2 that will separate more of my money from me for Metallica.
Look, let me tell you something. And I say this about anybody because, Tim McGraw, I boycotted that dude for a while. Saw him and Kenny Chesney many years ago. Chesney was rocking. He was great.
Yeah.
And McGraw comes on. I'm all excited. I didn't know any song he sang.
Yeah.
It was like, what are you doing?
That'd be like me at who was it? Tim McGraw?
Tim McGraw.
That'd be like me.
You don't go to a concert to hear new stuff.
Not really.
No, not really. You don't.
But that's what the artists want you to do.
Oh, I don't give a damn what they want. Are they paying me to be there, or am I paying to be there?
Yeah, you're paying to hear the songs you want, but that is why Metallica is going to do 2 nights, and they're saying no repeats. So, on Friday night, and Pantera's opening that night, that's going to be insane in Dallas with Metallica, and then Sunday, and you have to figure it out. Then,
So you're going to go to 2 shows?
Yes. Well,
you have to if you want to hear the old stuff. Apparently, I'd boycott the first show. News.
Those got Pantera opening in Dallas, so I've got to be there for that.
Of course,
I gotta be.
You have to be.
I gotta be. Let's go to the Kia Bossa Smoke Meats phone lines. Ron, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Hey guys, broaden your minds a little bit. Album is not referring to vinyl. Album, just like a photo album, it has multiple. So when you have an album, you're releasing multiple songs on this album. It's a music album.
Okay, Rod. Well, see, that makes sense, and I'm surprised Minix didn't know that.
Well, album, record.
Well, I'm surprised neither one of y'all caught on to it.
Well, I mean.
Hey, wait a minute, Rod. I just complimented you. Huh?
Well, y'all drinking in the station today?
Hey,
well, it's a day that ends in Y, Ron.
Come on, Ron.
That's right.
I mean, I've never thought about it in those terms, but in reality, I mean, you think about your album, your record. To me,
your
record
pictures.
and album are kind of the same thing. I don't think about pictures, or it's a collection, right? You get your album, you add it to your record collection. It's like having a bunch of books on a shelf that you're never going to look at, but you have a lot of books. You got a collection. You got a bunch of records. You got a bunch of albums. Records.
Right. And
yeah.
So when you bring the in-laws in and you look through the photo album, I get it now. But I never thought of it that way, because even back in the day when they had albums or big records that you called
33s?
Albums. No, the big
33s.
33s.
Yes.
As opposed to 45s.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, you just always called those albums.
Yeah.
Because it's a collection of music. Now, I get it now.
Learn something new every day, don't you?
I'm telling you, I love working here.
Yeah, Ray S. Is that guy eating ribs? That guy would be James Pledger.
No, he's inhaling
and
ribs.
Yes.
He's not eating them. Good
Dude,
gosh.
that's not something to be proud of, man.
Dude, man, people are driving.
Well,
they're not watching it. Oh, my goodness.
Uh-huh. John Howie, Haugghey. I hope I said that right. He says an album is a collection of music.
Same thing, right?
Yeah.
That Ron said. Yeah.
LP or record is the vinyl version of the medium.
I get it now, and it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. At Will Texas tweets in a photo of us up on the big screen on YouTube. That looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, it does.
I apologize.
Appreciate that.
My allergies are bad today, and I keep wiping my nose on a big screen television. That's kind of mortifying when you think about it that way.
Now hide the kids.
Yeah. Hope I don't sneeze and get something on your coffee table.
That's awesome.
Can you imagine if they put us in 3D next?
Then Christopher Leha on YouTube Live. Get you someone that looks at you the way Pledge looks at ribs. I agree.
You know, when we picked up Pledge from the pound, he gave us those puppy dog eyes.
Yeah.
We gave him a rib. You know the old saying, don't feed stray cats. His name is James Pledger. Let me tell you about my friends over at NAW, Northwest Automotive Warehouse on Calabria. Your one stop for accessories, upgrades, and extras for your car, truck, Jeep, or SUV. NAW has a fully stocked selection of toolboxes for all makes and models. Diesel tanks, bumpers, grill guards, light bars, and so much more. You're going to love their low prices on brands like Undercover truck bed covers, WeatherTech floor liners, and Steelcraft bumpers. They even have great deals on scratch and dent options. Go into that big red building there on Calabria. You become part of the family because that's what it is, a family-owned business that has been going strong since 1978. A low-pressure sales environment at NAW. You're going to leave with what you need. They have products that last and aim to make your work and life easier. Northwest Automotive Warehouse, NAW, 3027 Calabria Road, or online, nawtruck.com.
It's R&R in the morning, tomorrow at 6.
Tomorrow on R&R in the morning, we continue our NBA playoff breakdowns.
RJ Ochoa stops by at 8:30 as we look forward to the draft. It won't be any fun till you get there. The party starts at 6.
R&R in the morning, tomorrow at 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you own a small business, you know the value of time. GetRefunds.com does too. That's why they've made it easy, no matter how busy you are, to apply for the Employee Retention Credit, or ERC. Go to GetRefunds.com to get started, and in less than 8 minutes, see if your business qualifies for ERC assistance. Your business may tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee kept on payroll during COVID-19. GetRefunds.com has already helped clients claim over $3 billion in payroll tax refunds through the ERC, and they may be able to help your business too. There's no upfront charge either. They don't get paid until your business gets its refund. Many businesses believe they won't qualify based on incomplete or outdated information. So don't let this opportunity pass you by, because this payroll tax refund is only available for a limited time. Go to GetRefunds.com. That's GetRefunds.com.
We all have that friend who wakes up early to go get everyone McDonald's breakfast, while the rest of us sleep in. This is your sign to thank them. And if you're that friend, this is us saying thank you.
Having McDonald's breakfast is delicious. Having someone else get you McDonald's breakfast is delicious-er. Right now, get a baked breakfast with hotcakes for just $4.99, only at McDonald's. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
San Antonio Professional Boxing is on another level. SA Sports Star is proud to announce our partnership with Davies Entertainment for Viva La Brawl. Mark your calendars, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo at the Techport Arena to see San Antonio's very own Castaneda brothers, Kendo and Jairo Castaneda, headline a card that features Brown Navarez versus Daniel Heinen, Destiny Jones versus Brittany Ordonez, and more. San Antonio Boxing like you've never seen. Davies Entertainment, Viva La Brawl coming Cinco de Mayo at the Boeing Techport Arena. Buy tickets now at daviesentertainment.com.
Gold and other precious metals stand the test of time and can help you diversify your portfolio. Jason Minix here for Noble Gold Investments. Physical assets like gold and silver have weathered countless financial storms. You have seen what has happened to some banks recently. Gold is the most stable asset outside of any government control. At Noble Gold Investments, they help protect your financial future by offering a secure and convenient way to invest in physical precious metals, rare coins, or a gold and silver IRA. Gold, silver, and other precious metals will always protect against market fluctuations. At noblegoldinvestments.com, learn how investing in precious metals help guard against inflation, hedge against the dollar, and so much more. Go to noblegoldinvestments.com. Use promo code STAR to get a free 5-ounce America the Beautiful coin with each gold or silver IRA if you qualify. noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
Nigel, what are you doing with all this stuff in the break room? It looks like a farmer's market in here.
I'm changing my eating habits, embracing good quality nutrition with fresh produce.
Folks, maintaining a healthy AC system is just like maintaining a healthy diet. Let's make sure your system is clean and efficient. Nigel, that's a pretty impressive healthy salad you've assembled.
Thanks, Joel. Now step back. The grease is hot.
Grease?
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899.
License number M16004, DACLA 000743445E.
Smoker's Paradise is having a huge 420 sale. Thursday, April 20th only. Receive 25% off your entire purchase, excluding tobacco products. And the first 50 customers get a free goodie bag with purchase. Visit smokersparadise.com and drop by all day, all locations, Thursday for their 420 sale.
Tomorrow on R&R in the morning, RJ Ochoa stops by at 8:30 for his regular Cowboy talk. The NBA continues. Can Golden State do it without Draymond? We'll talk about it. Now back to the Blitz. Jason and Joe just a couple of days away from the golf tourney. How's your backs?
Fine.
Mine's great.
How's your knee?
My knee, it's getting better. Still bothers. But it doesn't bother me to swing. I can't blame my inconsistencies lately on my knee.
Okay.
I blame it on this big thing on my shoulders.
Your head?
My head.
Good Lord. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. The Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. You just heard the commercial for Viva La Brawl from the voice of the MC that night, the one Rudy J. Friday, we're out at Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar. Starting at 3 o'clock, we're going to have a Viva La Brawl ticket hit giveaway. Of course, Viva La Brawl happening May 5th out at the Techport Center. We'll have free tickets, and the fighters are going to be out there with us at Slackers, the 281 Thousand Oaks location, starting at 3 o'clock this Friday. We'll see you out there for happy.
Yes, that's going to be a lot of fun. There'll be a lot of excitement, a lot of buzz out at Slackers on Friday.
When you think about a week from now, I mean, we're so close to the draft. It's interesting when, all the talk about who's going first and first round, and you think about Dak Prescott it being a fourth-round quarterback. He was on Adam Schefter's podcast, and Schefter asked him, what did he remember about the draft?
Yeah, number one, just bittersweet, honestly. I was mad. There was a lot of anger in me built up at that time. Finally, 4th round, 135th pick come Saturday. So it was a lot of anger, but at the same time, I knew that the wait was over. I was going to my favorite team, a team that I grew up childhood fan of, and more importantly, I was getting an opportunity, something I always dreamed of, playing in the NFL. And so it was a bittersweet moment that I'll never forget.
Almost felt like we were about to get a real answer from Dak Prescott.
Well, we did, kind of.
And
then he transitioned.
Yeah.
I get that. Look, everybody thinks that they're better than where they're drafted, right? I mean, everybody looks at Aaron Rodgers, and I'll never forget that draft. And it was so funny and so awkward because the cameras kept showing Aaron Rodgers every time somebody else passed him by. But for Dak Prescott, I don't know. I mean, I don't remember the mock draft back then, but 4th round seemed about right for Dak.
He wasn't projected to be a first-round guy, or did anybody say he was a steal?
Right.
But the fact that mentally for him, it pissed him off.
Well, and that's good, though.
It is. And again, we can talk about what are the Texans going to do? Is it C.J. Stroud or is it this or that? But when you look at those guys that whatever your team is, let's go Cowboys. Those middle rounds are so important in building your team. Well, one of the reasons that we don't spend as much time talking about who they could get, because by the time you get to the middle rounds, you have no idea.
No clue.
You look at all these different draft grades, mock drafts, the 7-round mock drafts. I mean, you're full of it if you say every one of those players, right? And that's where, you look at some of these draft guides, ESPN will have one, and, the Athletics draft guide, they call it the Beast for a reason, because as soon as they're drafted, you want to go somewhere and start learning about some of these guys that were picked. I go back to Dak Prescott, and you and I were both in Oxnard, although not working together. You were still at Channel 5 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Rob and I and Romo was hurt, and then Kellen Moore literally snapped his leg right in front of us.
My gosh, that was crazy. Yeah.
I've got some fantastic photos of that. But I'll never forget the noises of that, and then when they took him into the medical tent, and then it was, well, what are the Cowboys going to do at quarterback? Nick Foles, was he going to be the guy? And I'll never forget the Cowboys saying, "Oh, we're good. We've got this Dak Prescott guy."
Yeah,
and we all thought they were nuts.
Well, you remember Dak, though. I remember watching him at Mississippi State. It was a damn good quarterback at Mississippi State.
But you didn't think that he was going to be their answer.
No, of course not.
None of us did.
I mean, he was third string, right?
Basically.
Well,
I mean, yeah. I mean, hell, Rob and I had interviewed him the day before.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, and what, Jamil Shower's still on the team? Could he be the emergency quarterback?
He might have been. Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
There was so much talk, but I'll go back to Stephen Jones and Jason Garrett at the time said, we're good with this guy that we just picked up. And then, of course, what he did in the preseason, and, the rest is history. But that is where you say, all right, these guys in these front offices, this is where you have to trust them, that they know what they're doing. Now, Dak is a great success story for a middle-round draft pick for the Dallas Cowboys. There are plenty that haven't worked out, but you look across the league, that is what it's going to be. But when a team makes a pick, there is that belief that they're getting the right guy. I don't know that any of us thought when they drafted Dak Prescott that he was anything more than just a quarterback to have on the roster, a developmental guy, a warm body, if you will, that who knows, this point, if Tony Romo stays healthy, he might be working at Costco. You have no idea.
You have no clue. I mean, I look at Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
To give you that example, Mr. Irrelevant, and he comes out, it looks like he's going to be the starting quarterback moving forward for the San Francisco 49ers. It's an incredible thing. Look, all of these guys are talented. There's no question about it. It's just that everybody's talented in the NFL. And so to separate yourself the way some of these guys are able to do, it is impressive. And Prescott accepted the challenge. I'm going to give him all the credit in the world. He accepted that challenge, came in, and played damn good football for the Dallas Cowboys. And what had to be a lot of pressure. I mean, it had to be. He wasn't expecting to be the starting quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, certainly. But the confidence that he just showed there, he was upset that he wasn't drafted higher, came out, and he played well.
Thinking back on all that, when I thought, okay, I believe what the Cowboys are saying, is in practice in Oxnard, he took control of the huddle.
He did.
And looked at Des. You could tell he was in charge. He didn't act like a guy like, all right, you guys want to run this play?
Yeah, I'm afraid.
Yeah, he just immediately took over. And those are those leadership qualities that you want. None of us had any idea, but the Cowboys clearly were comfortable. And so when I look at all these different mock drafts at this or that, you do have to, I mean, one, it's a mock. Like Joe and I we could do a mock.
We could
Friday and be just as wrong as
everybody else
Kuiper,
is going to be.
Right.
Yeah.
That's part of it. But those middle rounds, I mean, we spend so much time on round one, maybe round 2, but 4th, 5th, 6th, your core special teams guys, a big defensive player that are just dudes. I mean, you think about an NFL roster, you got 8 to 10 guys that are on contracts that they'll never have to work again if they don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got about 20 guys that if they do things okay, they're going to be fine if they invest well. And then you got the other half of the roster that they're going to have a 2.5, 3-year career. They better not buy a big old house because while they can pay cash for it today, they might not be able to pay the taxes on it 10 years from now.
Right.
And,
unfortunately, I laugh, but that happens more than you think.
Well, that's it. And so, but it's that half of the roster that does so much work for your football team. Those are the guys that are getting taken, on Saturday for the draft. Those day 3 guys that just make up such a big part of your football team.
It's interesting because we're talking quarterback. And obviously the Cowboys have made their intentions known by with Cooper Rush's new deal. I wonder what happens to Will Grier. I mean, is this a guy that's just gone now, especially if the Cowboys do what some of these mock drafts are saying, that the Clayton Tune or drafting a quarterback late in the draft? It's interesting to me how some of these guys just can't seem to take that next step. And it's a big step to take. There's no question about it. So I'm not disparaging anybody. But a guy like Will Grier, who you and I both thought was going to beat out Cooper Rush last year for that number 2 spot until he got hurt. I just wonder what happens to a guy like that. And will he stick around with the Cowboys? Or will the Cowboys draft a quarterback thinking that maybe Will Grier is that guy?
It's interesting because I want him to take a quarterback. Right. I'm one of those guys that you always have another quarterback ready to go because you never know when you're going to need a guy like a Dak Prescott. You're seeing it with Brock Purdy becomes the latest example. Jalen Hurts just became the highest paid guy. The Eagles drafted him in the 2nd round with the Carson Wentz. Now, granted, they were realizing the warranty was about up on Carson Wentz and it was time to get rid of it. But Jalen, his first year wasn't.
No. Not at all.
An indication that this was going to be the highest paid player in NFL history for 10 minutes?
It takes a while in the NFL for some of these guys. I mean, even a Trevor Lawrence. Some guys like Joe Burrow come in and they're good right away. But that's the exception most of the time and not the rule.
You think about where did some of these guys go? Eventually to keep their careers going and just to play, they go to one of these spring leagues. The XFL, the San Antonio Brahmas, they wrap up their regular season this Saturday in the Alamo Dome. What is it, a 2:00 kickoff? They've got the DC Defenders. We've got a 4-pack of tickets to give away in a must-win game for the San Antonio Brahmas.
Yes.
They have to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. If you want to go, be caller number 9 in honor of Tony Romo right now. 210-656-3776. Dial up those Kia Bossa Smoke Meats phone lines, 210-656-3776, and you'll win a family 4-pack of tickets to go see the San Antonio Brahmas this Saturday in the Alamo Dome. Fiesta is here. Nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons, especially during Fiesta. If you get arrested, of course, you want to get out of jail fast. The best way to do that is to call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. You can even text the word bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7. Whether you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
We just got an update on Ja Morant. The Memphis Grizzlies say he is out for tonight's Game 2 against the Lakers. By the way, that's a game you can hear right here on San Antonio Sports Star 94.1 beginning at 6 o'clock. Miami's in Milwaukee. Giannis still questionable for that one. Have not gotten an update. By the way, Texas today beat Kansas City to sweep that series with the Royals 12-3. The Astros take on the Blue Jays tonight.
There's your captain. Better buckle your seatbelts for this one. I saw my passport expired, so I went to Staples, got a passport photo lickety-split. While I was there, I grabbed some tiny travel soap and shampoo. Yeah, feeling fresh as a daisy.
Staples has everything for travel. 10-minute passport photos, luggage, headphones, even personal travel items. And now at Staples, get 20% off your in-store purchase when you buy any travel service. Plus, travel-size Purell hand sanitizer is just 49 cents. Get all set to jet at Staples. Offers end 4/22. In-store only. Exclusions apply.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language in as little as 3 weeks? Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, trunk lids, license plate holders, and headlights. They've got lots of headlights. When you need parts, get it right the first time with eBay Guaranteed Fit. When you see the check, you know that part's going to fit. eBay Motors. Let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially since you're always growing and changing. Therapy is all about deepening that self-awareness, because sometimes you don't know what you really want until you talk things through. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist online who can take you on that journey of self-discovery from wherever you are. Visit BetterHelp.com/score to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/score.
Hi, hon. Want to tag along to the grocery store with me?
Sure, but I just filled up the car with gas, and with those prices, we got to be careful with groceries.
It's crazy. All the basic staples have gotten so expensive. But good news. Tina told me about this great app called Upside that pays you back big time just for using it. She said with the Upside app, she earned serious cash back on groceries and gas.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that we can actually get paid back real cash when we use the Upside app to buy gas and groceries?
Yep. Tina said they made around $200 already.
Whoa, finally something that pays us back money instead of costing us more. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas and groceries. Cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GAS16 to save an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Remember, use code GAS16 to save an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-330-1991. That's 1-800-330-1991. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-330-1991. SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Did you know that over 90% of male enhancement pills are virtually the same thing that's repackaged, redone over and over again? Why settle for the same old product when you can get something completely different? Something that takes male enhancement into the 21st century. Something that really works.
Men, you need to try Noxitril, the all-natural male enhancement formula that will unlock your performance in the bedroom to a level you could only dream of. Try to imagine Viagra on steroids. Noxitril is so powerful, that's why it took years for it to finally become available to the public without a prescription. So call now and take advantage of our special Noxitril free bottle offer today. Oh yeah, we recommend that you use the Noxitril dose as directed. Think of your partner. We certainly don't want you to overperform in the bedroom.
Find out how to get a free bottle of Noxitril while supplies last. Call 800-301-6927, 800-301-6927. Free bottles for a limited time. Call now, 800-301-6927, 800-301-6927.
Ribs, burgers, chicken. Submit what you grilled or smoked, and you could win a $50 gift card from Tri-County Meat Market.
So good and tasty.
Grilling with the Blitz. Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Whether you're listening, maybe you're watching us on YouTube. If you're not watching us on YouTube, you can, because we're on YouTube.
If you're not driving and you're at home, you should be on YouTube.
Sure. Or you can, YouTube might be in your car. If you've got your nice Tesla out there, you hit that YouTube app, you're good to go.
They have a YouTube app on Tesla?
I have a friend that just got one of those new Teslas.
Yeah.
And this thing, it dances. There's like 2 songs and it will dance with the lights and the doors open and the windows going up and down. You can put on Netflix. It's
Netflix. That's great.
Well, it drives itself.
I'm going to stay away from Teslas.
Dude,
they drive themselves.
It drives itself. It's kind of like that Tesla we had in Phoenix that was the Uber driver. Do you recall?
I do recall that. He had all the little airline bottles of alcohol in his.
He put it on autopilot and became our bartender while we were driving home. And Spence was in the front seat trying to touch all the buttons.
He was trying to touch buttons?
He was.
Wow. That's true. He was. That's right. Because he was like.
Literally was the Prudential commercial.
I do remember this. Yes.
When you turn into your parents. That is Tim Spence.
But that was after. Was that the cigar bar?
That was the cigar party.
Yeah, so it's a little fun.
We really didn't need an extra drink there.
No, we didn't.
But it was nice to get one in the self-driving Tesla.
When in Rome, right?
It would have been rude to tell him no.
Of course.
Yes.
There was nothing to mix it with. It was really bad.
No, but it was the guy's like, because Spence like, Tesla, huh? It's like, yeah, do you want to auto drive? You guys cool with that? Cool. Sure. Yeah, we don't care. As long as you're driving, as long as we get home safe, who cares? So he put it in autopilot, and all of a sudden he pulls out of I want to say the mini fridge because it felt that way in that Tesla. And he pulls out this box of little drinks and like 5 stars and a tip. Here you go.
Yeah.
And it drove us all the way to the house.
Wasn't he the guy though that gunned it?
Yeah.
To show us what a big pickup those things have.
Faster than a Ferrari.
It was fast. I remember that.
Well, that's what he told us. This thing will get to 80 faster than a Ferrari. And it did.
You think that $8 charge?
I don't know. I don't care about that guy's charge. I was glad that we got home safely.
We did.
While Rob Thompson was angrily waiting for an Uber.
That's right. We got back to the house. I think Spence he had, I remember.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a fun night.
That was a fun night.
Rob didn't have fun, but I think
Rob had fun until the end. And then Rob realized he wasn't even going to get a quality nap before he had to go to work.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
Absolutely. So we're all on YouTube now. How about that?
That's awesome. And we appreciate you guys subscribing.
So here's the thing. We've got Taste of the Northside tickets that we're giving away within the next 15 minutes.
Yeah.
To win Taste of the Northside tickets, you have to subscribe to our YouTube page. All you have to do is search San Antonio Sports Star on YouTube, subscribe. Then take a screenshot of that, tweet us a copy that proves that you're subscribed to @Joe Reinagel 210, tweet @Jason Minix. at SA Sports Star. And we're going to randomly pick somebody. Sucking up certainly helps, but we'll randomly pick somebody.
It helps a lot, by the way.
And you'll win tickets to Taste of the North Side, which is the best Fiesta event, according to the Blitz, next Tuesday night. If you don't win tickets to Taste of the North Side, we can still save you money. $100 off each ticket when you use promo code ESPN at checkout when you go buy your Taste of the North Side tickets. They're all VIP this year. There's no general admission tickets. Everything's a VIP ticket. I think they're $325 a pop. So you could save $100. Promo code ESPN.
I tell you what, it's like that all-inclusive thing, and I love it. And if you're thinking about doing it, you don't have a lot of time left because we're at 6 o'clock for NBA playoff basketball, the Grizzlies and the Lakers. And if you didn't hear my SportsCenter update, Ja Morant has officially been ruled out for tonight's game. He will not play, and obviously that hurts the Grizzlies tremendously.
It does. It does. And we'll talk more about that coming up. Before we go to break, though, on the text line at 210-656-ESPN. 0811, last four. He doesn't sign his name, or she. Why are you making all your listeners jump through all those hoops for a pair of tickets to Taste of the North Side? Why don't you take a story that deserves them? I'm single, broke, and just want to hang out there. Figure I could sell the other ticket to a friend or have them buy drinks when it's over to pay for the Uber ride afterwards.
We don't have to pay for drinks.
That's
there.
it. But here's the thing. Sometimes we do stories. Sometimes we make you jump through hoops.
It's fun for us.
I mean, I'm always an honest guy. We want to build up our YouTube page because there's things coming that you're going to want to be a part of. So you subscribe now.
Yes.
It's called bribery. Subscribe. Get used to it. That's what we're doing.
Dude, and this, I mean, my goodness, winning these tickets is like winning the lottery, for goodness sake.
In a lot of ways, it really is. It really is. Texting in a photo, and we appreciate that 1439, but that's not following the rules of subscribing, showing us you're subscribed, and then tweeting at Joe Reinagle 210, at Jason Minix, at SA Sports Star.
I didn't realize this was real time, this little text thing.
Well, what did you think? It was a delay?
Well, the picture came up, right? And then I see it. All of a sudden it says subscribe and like. And then George. It just popped up like that. Way to go, George.
But you got to tweet. Why? Because those are the rules that we made up.
That's right.
And I don't know that it's a couple of steps, but it's not jumping through hoops.
No, come on.
I mean, we can make you jump through hoops. We got another pair we're giving away later this week. You want to see hoops? We can make hoops.
We can.
Trying to make it easy, but I can't do caller 9 for this.
No, they're too good.
In 0811, while it sounds like you're going through it, just
we were all there at one time, buddy.
Yeah.
Hang in there.
It's like last time we did stories. What was it? Some concert ticket? It was awful.
Oh, it was terrible.
It was awful. I don't want to bring down the room,
man.
I also hate to break it to them, but you can't have the person buy you drinks. Everything's included with Taste of the North Side.
Exactly.
Oh, then there's that. But,
which is why these tickets rock.
Yes.
No, they do.
Yes.
No doubt.
Does that work for you?
I'm having fun.
Are you having fun with
that?
I'm
having a great time. Yeah.
Yeah. How are those ribs, Pledge? They all gone?
Oh, they're gone. Josie was just sitting outside the window looking.
Did you give her a bone?
No.
Why not?
Because
are you going to eat those too?
I might. I don't want grumpy ass Greg Shelton to get mad at me.
Well, he'll probably eat them.
I mean, those were 5 look like St. Louis style ribs. That was a good rack of ribs that you were eating. I hope whoever got those got you great ribs over at Tri-County Meat Market, because that's the best place to get your ribs. Baby backs, the St. Louis style. Maybe you want to do beef ribs, English crosscuts, a tri-tip, a picanha. You want to do brisket. Maybe you're just thinking steaks or brisket burgers. They've got everything you need at Tri-County Meat Market. There are 2 locations, locally owned and full service. They have everything you need to up your grilling game. And again, they've got the quality you expect. They've got what you need, whether you want to go seasoned fajitas, You want to do beef, you want to do chicken, you want to do pork, you want their poppers. They've got everything you need, and you can always take advantage of their Pick 5 for $25. Tri-County Meat Market offers a 10% discount for military and first responders. They have 2 great locations on Ralph Fair Road and on Huebner, or online at tricountymeat.com.
It's the NFL Draft on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The pick is in. Let's go to the commissioner.
The Dallas Cowboys select.
This is going to be a fun player to watch.
Next Thursday, join 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star for this year's NFL Draft, live from Kansas City. Who do the Cowboys and Texans pick? Does Jerry make a splash? Who goes number 1? And who's the next Mr. Irrelevant? Find out right here on your exclusive home for the Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The once-a-year jewelry event everyone waits for is here. Starting Friday, Diamonds Direct takes value to a whole new level with an extra 20% savings on just about everything. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, and more. You get Diamonds Direct's already unbeatable price, plus an extra 20% off. Thousands of engagement ring mountings included. Plus, acclaimed jewelry designers will be in store with an expanded selection. All the latest styles and trends, all on sale. It doesn't get any better than this. Diamonds Direct, store-wide spring event, starting Friday. Get details at diamondsdirect.com.
Did you know that over 90% of male enhancement pills are virtually the same thing that's repackaged, redone over and over again? Why settle for the same old product when you can get something completely different? Something that takes male enhancement into the 21st century. Something that really works. Men, you need to try Noxatril, the all-natural male enhancement formula that will unlock your performance in the bedroom to a level you could only dream of. Try to imagine Viagra on steroids. Noxatril is so powerful, that's why it took years for it to finally become available to the public without a prescription. So call now and take advantage of our special Noxatril free bottle offer today. Oh yeah, we recommend that you use the Noxatril dose as directed. Think of your partner. We certainly don't want you to overperform in the bedroom.
Find out how to get a free bottle of Noxatril while supplies last. Call 800-301-6927, 800-301-6927. Free bottles for a limited time. Call now, 800-301-6927, 800-301-6927.
You can talk low carb all you want, but if you don't have a lineup of great tasting snacks behind you, you're not going to win the keto game. Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds are high protein and low carb. Plus, they're low sugar, gluten-free, and naturally loaded in collagen. So it is a no-brainer. Get the bold flavors of Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B and online at southernrecipesmallbatch.com.
Southern Recipe pork rinds.
Hi, I'm Jason Thompson, and for more than 28 years, I've been helping people injured in auto, truck, and motorcycle collisions right here in San Antonio. Since I've been practicing law, there have been several Thompson law firms open up here in town, but there's only one Jason Thompson, and that's me. My number is 900-0400. My firm is different. I've been successfully handling injury claims for more than a quarter century. I'm good at what I do. I care about my client, the individual, the person, the family. Building on that care and trust, we can get you through one of the most difficult times in your life. I handle the insurance companies, the medical billings, your legal claims, all of these issues for you so you can focus on one thing, your health and recovery. My job is to make your life simple in this very complex time. My 98% online approval rating is built on these principles. If you've been injured in a traffic collision, call me, Jason Thompson, 210-900-0400, or find me on the web, alawyerforus.com.
Are you ready to party with a purpose? Taste of the Northside is Tuesday, April 25th from the Security Service Event Center. It's the most exclusive Fiesta event hosted by Brighton Center and presented by H-E-B. It's a Fiesta event for foodies that includes on-site covered parking, entertainment, and unlimited tastings from over 25 premier restaurants. Get your tickets at tasteofthenorthside.org. Proceeds benefit Brighton Center, the largest nonprofit in San Antonio, serving children with disabilities through pediatric therapy and education initiatives.
Soft water equals soft skin. Hard water, hard skin. And hard, dry, cracked skin is torture. If your skin feels like this, that's hard water. A water softener isn't a luxury, it's a necessity, and it feels so good. A Kinetico water softener will give you that ultra soft skin. Your hair will be silky smooth, fixtures will sparkle, cleaner laundry, and 24 hours pure soft water. So many homeowners all over San Antonio and the Hill Country enjoy the benefits of Kinetico soft water, and you can too. A Kinetico is 80% more efficient than other models, uses no electricity, and has fewer moving parts than other brands, and no computer to worry about. Call Chris Knippa with Kinetico Quality Water Softeners, Kinetico. Make your skin go from to 656 Pure, 656 Pure, or online at KineticoSA.com.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656 Pure Kinetico.
You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jay Simonix. Don't forget, Rob and Rudy get you going tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. R&R in the morning from 6 to 10, and they'll be all over the NBA action that is coming up tonight. Coming up next here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, Game 2 between the Lakers and Grizzlies with no Ja. Do the Lakers take a 2-0 series lead?
You know, I don't know. Memphis did a decent job without Ja when he was on suspension. We'll see. I'd love to see them win this game tonight. I really would. Just my hatred for the Lakers.
But at home, to go down 0-2 and on the road?
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Must-win game for the Grizzlies, huh?
No, it's not. It's not a must-win game for anybody. It is a game that they would like to get, yes. But not a must-win game.
Milwaukee and Miami, Heat lead that series 1-0.
I haven't heard whether Giannis is going to play or not. He was questionable, but I haven't gotten an update on Giannis.
Which was an upgrade from doubtful.
Yes.
So maybe, but again, at home being the top seed, must win. And then the late game tonight, you've got Denver and Minnesota. The Nuggets just destroyed the T-Wolves in game 1.
They'll win again tonight.
They'll do the same.
I think so.
You know, it's interesting because you look at like the games last night. You know, Celtics, no real problem with Atlanta. But the Cavaliers evening things up with the New York Knicks, they were impressive last night.
Oh,
That 107-90 win.
Yes.
I mean, considering the Knicks took game 1, I mean, that looks like that could be a nice 7-game series.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell looked great last night. I watched a lot of that game, and he looked good. Cleveland's got a good team, and the Knicks do too. That's going to be an entertaining series, I think.
And, of course, he had Phoenix evening things up last night with the Clippers, 123-109. Very impressive bounce-back performance by the Phoenix Suns.
No question about it. They needed that game. But that's going to be that series too. I could see that one going a long way.
The interesting thing, the story in the NBA isn't really about the games that are going on or who's available, who isn't. And it's a shame that so many injuries happened the first weekend of the playoffs that could ultimately change how some of those series were going to go. But all the NBA talk is the suspension of Draymond Green. I think part of it is just how late at night the NBA decided to announce he was getting suspended.
Well, maybe they did that just to irritate Charles Barkley because he doesn't like those late starts.
He doesn't. And it really is all about Chuck.
Of course it is. Funniest dude on TV, man. I love that guy.
You look, though, at Draymond, and I said it on the show yesterday. I did not think what he did warranted a suspension.
See, I disagree with you completely.
But because of Draymond's history, he is a repeat offender. That is why he was suspended, and that is what the NBA said. So essentially, the NBA agrees with me, even though you do, that his resume. Anybody else does that with the altercation, the grabbing of the ankle, everything that was there. I thought getting kicked out of the game, that was going to be enough, especially considering you're in the playoffs. But because of his history, the NBA said, you're out. You're missing a game. You're suspended.
It just baffles me, the amount of people that want to take up for this guy. And he's got to see that and understand that he can continue to do what he does. Joe Dumars did the right thing by suspending this guy. I'm sorry he wasn't suspended for longer than one game. After, cussing out the fans there, in Sacramento. And I mean, it was just it's just a bad look. And I don't know what's up with Draymond, but I think Draymond's all about Draymond, and he just doesn't give a damn. It's irritating.
He doesn't, right? Draymond is Draymond. And the good and bad of Draymond Green is what the Golden State Warriors have dealt with in the past, and they're dealing with it now. He gets blame for getting suspended from a final series that cost them a championship. And he's getting suspended here, and this could end their season. Down 0-2, no Draymond for game 3. We don't know if this is a championship Golden State team, but I think they're going to be out in the first round.
Nah, they won't be. They'll win this series. They will win this series. Sacramento's playing well. I like the way they're playing. Young guys, but I think Golden State will tie this thing up, send it back to Sacramento, tied it 2, and then we got a series.
Joe's hanging on to that beer bet that he made.
That's right.
He's not backpedaling.
I'm not backing down.
Not at all. All right. Subscribe to our YouTube page at San Antonio Sports Star. Tweet us some confirmation at Joe Reinagle 210, at Jason Minix, at SA Sports Star. Our post-show meeting, we will select a winner because the winner will get Taste of the Northside tickets. And again, if you don't win tickets, you can buy them. Save $100 per ticket. Use promo code ESPN when you check out. We got NBA basketball coming up next here on The Star.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe.